also Dimly just knowing that it's okay, we want to be the team to beat them. We know we can. We know we have an impressive record. We know we have an open goal. A Fire Ninja makes some pay and take the early 1-point lead.
Although, I guess a miscommunication, lacking communication, game was stunned out. Someone should have told him. Citizen's shot on Saluda. Saluda gets a big stop there. St. Louis Hustle back in possession, still down by 1 as we approach the half. Still over 3 minutes to go, though, in the first half. With Taco sending on across. What a play to Ryan! And that's what that man does. Gets it in for the 2. The St. Louis Hustler are going to go up by 1, 14-13. We're still 3 minutes. Into the floor to Lacey Stark zone. The defensive boost there from Jay Walker, sending it right back through. A nice bounce there. Is that going to go in? Shut up. Are you kidding me?
Realistically, known for their passing and their defense. And there it is. Off a feed.
Into the bubble. But looking to press that is Loveridge and Co. So they will, in fact, find that extra pass as they do.
Beautiful bounce pass. In fact, it's bad where anyone tries to bounce off of that spot at mid there. Knows how touchy can be. Mad. Oh, what a setup to Tony.
And what's up? It's Whiskey Wednesday down here at Nepa Land. We have a 3-game lineup for you tonight. Welcome. I am Nails. I have Palador and Dimly with me here tonight doing the cast. We will get to them here in a second. But as we jump into tonight's cast, welcome everybody. Welcome to the chat. We've got the first lineup for you tonight. It is Echo Club Kansas City, ECKC. And I'm back. Yes. Well, week 13 matchup. But as always, please rise to your feet. Take off your hats. Because we are not a nation of savages, we have rules. And I will go over those rules. There will be 8 4-minute quarters. Excuse me, 4 8-minute quarters. Like I'm messing it up. My bad. 4 8-minute quarters. A 5-minute halftime. There will be 1 minute timeout per team per half, which you can use anytime strategically. 5th player is allowed in the spawn area. You'll see a 5th player there on the roster, but they will be hanging out in the locker room until they can come in during a break in the action. If we go to an overtime, please let us go to an overtime. It'll be a golden goal, and it'll be super exciting. So make sure you are ready for that and sitting down somewhere, taking your heart medicine. And as always, no toxic or discriminatory behavior here in Nepa or anywhere in Echo. We don't want to see that. We're all great friends, and we love the competition. We love to play against each other here in this incredible sport. So let's be kind to each other. And with that, rolling into tonight's lineup, I bring you Dimly and Pally. Dimly, Pally, what's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
What's up? Am I by myself? I know he's here.
You're here somewhere.
We were talking.
You can't prove it. You can't prove it.
The invisible Palador, everybody. There he is. There he is.
I'm full of tricks. Pro magician as well.
He's a magician. Side gig's a magician. Well, with that, now that we have Palador Potter in the house, Harry Palador. Yes, I like it. Boom.
Hey, I just shaved. Okay.
What's that beard? Like a month old right there?
Actually. Funny story.
Funny story. No, we have ECKC and Seattle Thunder rolling in for tonight. Gents, on the standings, ECKC right now has clinched a wild card at the very least. Right now, they're just playing to get into to clinch a seat in the playoffs. But looks like for the West, the Samurai and the Knights have already clinched that. And then playing against Seattle, who right now have been eliminated, looking to ruin ECKC's chances. I'll kick it to you guys. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by iHeartRadio and Asterion. Let's start with you, Pally. Over there on Seattle Thunder, who do we have?
So for the Thunder, rolling in with Steel Skydiver 20, Saluda 22, Lulz, and Ascend. Coming in this time with Lulz, who was not there last week. They were playing with Caption and Mambas there, 4th and 5th, as I recall. But yeah, this is a team I'm familiar with. Just a heartbreaking loss of them only days ago. Not fun. But now I got to cheer for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucky I like these guys. But yeah, coming in with that strong roster, Ascend, game-winning save, nutty goalkeeper, Steel Skydiver just as well, Saloon obviously, and Lulz, both hugely talented players, well prominent in the scene these days. I don't need to tell you about them, you know.
Indeed. And over on ECKC, who's sitting right in the middle of the pack and has been on the hunt this whole season. They really had to work for it, considering where they finished last season, right? Second behind the Orlando Cyclones. This season really having to put in a whole lot of work here to maintain the middle of the pack at 7 and 5. Dimwee, who do we got over there?
The Echo Club Kansas City, currently without Snipe. He is the 4th on their roster. Waiting to see if he makes his way in here. So we do have Oculizator, Baron, Sweet Tooth, and Shepard. Shepard is their pull-up from the AAA. What was that, the focus? The Snipe is on his way, so they should have a full roster this evening. Also, Seattle Thunder short Looney at the moment from their top spot. So waiting to see if they'll make their way in as well. But Echo Club Kansas City, 7 and 5. You mentioned Seattle Thunder clinched at least a wild card spot. So have Echo Club Kansas City with a 7 and 5 record. So both these teams will be in the playoffs. It's going to be a matter of where in the playoffs and how hard that run in the playoffs is going to be for them.
Point of parliamentary procedure, sir. The Seattle Thunder are eliminated, but ECKC has clinched a wild card.
I'm so sorry for the Seattle Thunder fans out there. I even have my nose properly. It says out in big letters.
Somebody's doing backflips right now, and now they have to stop.
I am so upset. Or I'm so sorry. I'm not upset. I made somebody upset. I'm sorry. Anyways. Sorry, Seattle Thunder are out, but the Kansas City are in. So
they are
haven't Seattle teams in sports had it hard enough? Come on, didn't we?
Just so it is. Standard Pittsburgh fan, just rubbing it in everybody else's faces. Go ahead.
It's City of Champions, yeah.
Yeah. Without diverging here, what does this mean for tonight? Pally, we'll start with you. Seattle Thunder eliminated, but looking to take down ECKC. Right now they have clinched a wild card, right? But if they continue to win here, they can potentially, let's see, with where they stand right now. So not enough games right now for them to clinch a playoff berth, with the Dallas Knights being 10 and 2 and the St. Louis Samurai being 11 and 1. So right now, all they can really hope to do is tie up the Phoenix Vipers there and really kind of establish presence rolling into the wild card slot and not lose the wild card slot.
Yeah, absolutely. End of the season, regular season, that is. I mean, clinched or otherwise, you just want to go in with momentum to the off season, right? Or to the post regular season, I should say. And when it comes to Seattle Thunder and any team who's not in those brackets, you're still playing for pride. Like as pro players, you're still wanting to play that upset kind of seed where maybe you're not competing for the seed yourself, but you can certainly disrupt the flow of other teams and just end the season with good showings, you know. And it's kind of what you want to do, whether you're in the playoffs or not. Just end the season in good showings, and it all has carryover effect, on in terms of the next time you get on streams, and especially for the playoff teams to be able to go in with confidence off of recent wins or win streaks, even.
Yeah, and what does this mean for a team that, typically at the end of the season, right? These are the teams that are the most dangerous teams, the teams that have been eliminated, right? Because they really they can open up their entire bag of tricks, right, and just try anything because they can go left, they can go right, they can try new tactics, all things that are without penalty here at the end of the season because they've been eliminated from the playoffs. And really, they're the teams that are already starting to build for the next season on tactics and strategy that work for them. But it's almost like you don't know what you're going to see out of that team. And as a team that is in the wild card, right, you don't, or really any team that's still eligible for the playoffs, those are kind of your most dangerous teams because they have nothing to lose.
Well, not just that, because the individual players themselves on those teams have something to lose. At this point in the season, if your team is already out, I imagine, at least to those that are everybody's as invested as we are, it's am I gonna have a spot on this team next season? Am I gonna be traded? If I get traded, what's my value in that trade? Excuse me. You ever like? It's like not only do they have something to lose, but they're almost backed into a corner here where they have to, no matter what, even if their season's over, they know they have to perform well enough to impress somebody.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they could end up just dropped off a roster and then picked up on someone's AAA.
That's fair.
That's the worst case scenario. Well, worst case scenario is nobody picks you back up, and you end up just a floating free agent in the void. Nobody wants that. So there is a pressure there on these teams that did not perform where they would like to. There is shit about what can we do better, what can we do different, how can we adjust strategy, all that stuff. There's also going to be talk about who do we need to replace, who can we trade for in the offseason, and that's got to be on these players' minds. If it's not, it should be, or there's they're just having fun, which is perfectly reasonable.
Perfectly acceptable. Yes, they could be having fun, but yes, that's a good point. These teams are, there will be a restructuring in the offseason, probably for a lot of teams. Even the teams that win, there will be a restructuring in the offseason. And that is something that is, I think it probably is in the back of everybody's mind, regardless of whether or not you're a winning team or a losing team, but especially if you're a losing team, right? Because you're already trying to look at how can we be a winning team the next season. So that's a really good point, and we'll see where the pressure lies. I think, again, that just makes your teams that have been eliminated from the playoffs that much more dangerous because they are playing that much harder to make sure that they secure those spots. They try new things and try to give somebody something they haven't seen before. And more importantly, just out of spite, ruin somebody else's playoff chances, which is always a great feeling. Because then you can just sit them right next to you on the bench of everybody else who's watching the playoffs and be like, hey, buddy, welcome to the party. I'm glad we crushed your season. You're welcome.
Exactly. It's like the whole gone fishing thing in NBA, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to Cancun.
You got to get some company. You got to bring some people to go watch the playoffs with you in Cancun or wherever you end up for the playoffs for this second season. And as always, because I don't want to forget, and I'm sure I'll be reminded here, the eggs. The eggs. You guys know eggs. Like sometimes
Not the eggs.
The eggs. The eggs. Beware the eggs, sir. Every commercial that we'll be broadcasting during this AAA and Pro Series season will have Nepa themed Easter eggs. What? This should not be news to you at this point. Some are obvious and some are really hidden, and everybody can name those commercials. And what the Easter eggs are will be entered to win a $250 gift basket and a $100 cash prize and more. We've already released a sign-up form, so fill it out. If you don't know what the Easter eggs were from the previous games, go back and rewatch those things on Twitch and YouTube. Check them out. Write them all down. Get your form filled out, and then enter that form. Make sure that you submit your form in time, and then when we figure out who won that, you are eligible for a $250 gift basket, $100 cash plus more. I know Jucifer has already got his filled out, so you better be ready. And yes, we are waiting to ready up the match. I don't know. Are they waiting on us? We were waiting on them. Okay, I will kick it to you guys over there in the booth, and we'll be ready to rock. I will talk to you guys in a few. Dimly, Palador, back to you.
Yeah, sorry. This just in. Looney has made his way in. Now playing under the name Mill. I'm fairly certain. I was told earlier today that this is Looney under a new name. So Looney has made it. So you'll see Saluna, Still Scott Everlulls, and Mill likely the starting roster here for the Seattle Thunder Palador.
All right, so 1 in a million, I guess, as they go down the floor on this first joust, didn't we? First pass, in fact, sent across. What a beautiful hit there. No look. They'll go for a reset, and Snipe managing it from the bow tie.
Yeah, Snipe there looking for that send and hits the one. Oh, goalie's all the way out. Goal is wide open. Not able to get the shot off, but they still bring it in anyway. Sweet Tooth gets that first goal of the game. 18 seconds in. ECKC on the board first.
Sweet Tooth there with a walking goal, going full rigid on the arm there. Didn't even move, just got it and just walked it in.
Yeah, so Seattle Thunder first joust advantage of the game. Standard split here, though. They have looks like 22 Saluna setting up for a relay there. So Scott over. We'll send that one through. Somebody, oh, never mind. This one's sent in here. We'll take a bounce. Gets by the defense. Uh-oh, everybody's in the area. It's a 3v2 developing on the bubble. 3v3, but everybody's stunned out. Oculazator takes advantage. 4-point lead.
Bobbing and weaving there, looking kind of like one of those dog shows, you know, when they go through the cones. Oculazator so quick with the moves and pivoting in, out, and every which way to avoid any defense before a dunk of his own.
And once again, Seattle Thunder. Joust advantage, and again, Saluna goes, actually, she stops up a bit this time, so a standard spot. Nobody moving through mid, going to keep these passing lanes tight between the players. Essen sending out Alco. Is there actually Essen in this one? Looks like is Mill not in? Is Barry? We'll get a 3 on that turnover. What's a 7-point lead here for Echo Club Kansas City?
Yeah, talk about Baron. They're over Baron right now, didn't we? 3 out of 4 players already with a score now on Echo Club, and they're not looking to stop yet. Only 2 minutes in, already 7 points. It's a big number to hit.
And looking over the numbers out on the field, yes, Mill, allegedly loony, currently out of the game. So they do have Essen in. As Lowell sends this one out. Good stack. Oh, they overshoot. Disc is loose, will be picked up by Oculazator in his own zone. Now Echo Club Kansas City once again in possession as we are only, what's that, just over 2 minutes in here. They have a 7-point lead. Sweet Tooth with it here, looking to bring this one in against Luna. Hits it for the 2. It's a 9-point lead. And we continue to rack up the points here early.
Yeah, a blazingly fast start. One of the faster ones you'll probably see with 9 points in only 2.5 minutes now. That's, I mean, already timeout, I would say, would be a potential consideration here just for Seattle to break the ice a bit. Some of their execution, as we've seen on these stacks and rollouts, have just not been quite what they wanted.
Not quite. And the stacks have not been on the mark either. That's the second stack that overshot. That did end up getting it. But I would call that a recovery and not an actual pickup. As Oculus said, we'll get this one turned around. Echo Club Kansas City gets another turnover. We're not even to the halfway mark. Oculazator puts them up by 12. We're not even 4 minutes into the first.
Not at all. 12 points in 3 minutes and change. That is a substantial amount of loose change that is falling all over the floor here, and it's just the KC folks who keep picking it up over and over for, by and large, either dunks or open goals.
Swimming up the walls there at mid. Walls under pressure, looking for Essen to pass off. Mistakes like those are going to continue to be punished here by Echo Club Kansas City. We've seen a few of them from the Thunder. You know, some of these turnovers have been all Echo Club Kansas City doing the right things. Other ones, like this one here, Seattle Thunder missing some early passes that they're not able to recover on. Sweet Tooth handles it here on the near side wall. You know, that kind of sets apart. You know, that may be, this might be a good example of what sets apart a team making it to postseason and a team not, is that ability to punish those mistakes, not just to play well, but to identify the cracks in the opponent's game and do that.
Yeah, do that. Oculazator doing a lot of that over the seasons and hitting his 8th point already, scoring about half the total of the substantial Echo Club lead. We're already kind of into the territory now where I don't know what the record is, but to hold Seattle scoreless and meanwhile be pushing on 20 points is really, really just a big number to hit, and kind of that domino effect you can see of just the lack of scores from Thunder, where the execution is just until they get it, you can kind of you can tell they're feeling that pressure to get said shot here, and their execution is just not really what it normally would be, I feel like.
Saluna gets incidentally, very good clear there. The Oculator gets there first and juking away there from Steel Skydiver. Is able to get that one back to Snipe. Snipe right back up to Sweet Tooth. With a bounce. Ooh, yes, and a good grab there, but then gives it away to Oculator. And Lachlan for this one up, looking for a long one. He gives it right back to Blue. They send it back. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Essen gets the goal. The first one on the board here for Seattle Thunder. They've been looking for it. 2.5 minutes to go in the first.
What an individual highlight play there for Ascend, the godsend, it seems like. Coming off game-winning saves the other nights, and now coming into this one with a couple of picks in the tunnel, and a beautiful bounce shot to break that aforementioned seal.
And a good goal there, Essen. Oh, buddy. Still buddy. Current buddy. Anyways, Walls near side. 2 minutes on the clock. We'll send that one through. Caught in the trap. That's what we call the trap. Good slap there by Bear on the back line. It will be collected by Laws. Long heave. Look at that shot. Have the Thunder just come alive? Are they crashing into the game, Palador?
Is that supposed to be a pun?
The crashing Thunder?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna roll on like Rolling Thunder. It's 15-6, and 2 goals now in a row for Seattle Thunder have now stopped the bleeding, stemmed the tide a little bit, and maybe another turnover here can bring things even closer going to the last minute of this round. What a spark of life it seems like. It's like lightning hitting Frankenstein's monster in a sense.
Yeah, this is suddenly a very different looking team. It's still Skydiver sends this foot across. They have a proper possession right now. This is a team. Well, no, they actually had 2 minutes possession. Rockless hitter. Turns out, oh my goodness. Oh, almost. Does not. Sweet Tooth could not get the shot off. Good recovery there by the defense. That was, that's what you call a freebie. See, the shot did not go in. Make something of it. Snipe sends this one up. Oculator looking for a second chance. Sweet Tooth, what a play. Goalie reads it, not able to get the stop. They're back up by 11.
Oculator placing that pass just right enough to get it past the fingertips of, as you said, the very well-read goalkeeper. Had the dive, just didn't quite have the time before it slipped by for a open goal once the pass was caught.
And Seattle Thunder, one more joust advantage here in the first. 25 seconds on the clock. And Steel Skydiver sends that one through. Takes an ugly bouncer, but Walls is able to recover it. Near side, Essen not able to play it, though. Scoop there from Barron, sends it back in. Clean boost, just a boost, a single boost. Oculator picks it up, we'll send this one up. That was a Snipe who got the boost. Sweet Tooth sends it to Snipe. Snipe looking at a 1v1. Oh, off the post, off the head. One more shot. There it is, Oculator with 2 points. 2 seconds. Well, both. 2 points and 2 seconds on the clock. 13-point lead to end the first, 19-6 in favor of Echo Club Kansas City as we go into our first commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
And welcome back to the second quarter of this shootout. 19-6, Seattle Thunder finally on the board here. Still down by 13 points. Kicking it back to you guys in the booth with Dimwee and Palador taking us into the second quarter of this heated match here between the wild card ECKC and the eliminated, but it's still in the hunt, Seattle Thunder for pride. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Nails. Yeah, this sometimes, oftentimes all you need is that first goal to go, that ice to be broken, and we saw some signs of life from the Thunder. But right now we're seeing lots of passing from Oculator, hitting Sweet Tooth again. They are just ending starting the quarter the exact same way they ended it just moments ago.
Sweet tooth.
Excuse me?
There's no way that catches on. There's no way that catches on. Sweet. Anyways, yeah, Saluda here will handle it. Quarterback position.
To have dinner or something.
Yeah. Mill for Looney is in the game. So from the chat to the game, Mill has activated. Over here to Lawls. Lawls got the goal. Saluna hits it for the 2. They've got one on the board here early on in the second. Can they use that momentum to come back?
Yeah, I think you can expect to see a bit of a different quarter. Now, whether they have a full comeback or not is to be determined. But obviously, for a team here at the pro level and the Seattle Thunder to go scoreless for the majority of that first round, so the last couple of minutes, you don't expect that trend to continue, certainly. Now they needed to defend, and nope, it's Oculus Satyr who just will contend with 2 players, gets the better end of that one.
Oculus Satyr is like, no? Who? That was just a commentary on looked like they bring Mill in maybe of a solid change here because again it comes back to both play style familiarity as Mill likely more of that offensive style of players. Mill here on the near side playing an aggressive offense, whereas Essen more of that more of a goalie, more of a backliner. So it's a similar thing that we see from. I know the team, the Destroyers, Leverage, right? Playing with the 5-man roster. They bring that the swap out there as Steel Skydiver hits Lawls beyond the goal. Good for the 2. They're back within 13 again.
Nice play, very patient, well disciplined. They didn't rush anything. They just waited for their passing lanes to open to win some brawls here and there, and ultimately, when it comes to bubble offense like that, yeah, that's what you want to do. Win out in the positioning department, whether via your movement or brawls, and all of a sudden you have a string along of open lane passes in a sense, and that's a powerful spot to shoot from in that backboard.
And all right, uh-oh. Wide. Good pickup. Oh, what a stop by who other than Mill. And the people want to know, Palador, who is Mill? Is this one at mid there? Baron will send this one back in. Good pick up there. Oh my goodness. What a play. What a read. What a way to take advantage of a turnover of a team in transition. 16-point lead to Echo Club Kansas City.
Well, much like Mill, this lead is Looney for Echo Club Kansas City. 26-10. Still not really stopping the momentum we saw between Oculus Satyr and Sweet Tooth. They've been doing a lot of the damage there. Combined for 23 of these 26 points, as well as 5 assists between them.
Who is Mysterion? Still Scott ever sends this one up. Saluna there on the far side.
Where is Waldo?
Who is the key? Mill far side. Hits it for the 2. Back within 14. But that's an answer to a 3, so still starting to fall behind. Still falling a little bit behind here, the Thunder are on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they are, but at least at a pace that's much more conducive to coming back in the sense that they are scoring now. Unlike the first round where they struggled until the last couple of minutes with some late threes. They're causing some turnovers. Their stacks aren't losing each other quite as much, although they do, as I say that, on that attempt. Still trying to catch up, and they will just in time to intercept as Mill now takes it over. Mill making a run for the goal. A duck under recovers a spin, a win, and that's anything but run of the mill as they go to score 14.
I feel like that's one you've been waiting for.
He was holding that one. He was holding on to that one.
That was a back pocket pun.
Can't wait.
A pocket pun. We're going to call that a pocket pun.
Pocket pun.
A pocket pun. You had it in your pocket, and you were waiting to pull it out. Pocket pun.
Yeah, I have that, all up my sleeves here, definitely. I'm a wizard, remember. Actually, a raptor, but just
Thank you.
More like a magician. Jurasisi Parak is Oculizator stunned out the edge of the, Snipe stunned out edge of the bubble. Ock gets it back, looking to take Lawls on 1v1. What a shot. That looked like it went through the goal. They're back up by 14.
Continuing to do a lot of damage. This guy's a villain. Call him Doc Ock, didn't we? 14 points, 4 assists, and this is only the first half. That's already a strong stat line he's building and really getting everyone involved, including himself.
And still Scott over now in the quarterback position. It's interesting. They've been Seattle Thunder have really made some adjustments in this game. Saluna had been in the quarterback position for some time, or is that something they do swap out depending on what they're going with? It's Law's sending it back. Still Scott over running a shallow back line here, setting up Saluna. They're going to activate. No, not quite, but a shot there stopped. Sweet Tooth in the goal. He's able to send that one out of the bubble. Oculus in there with the pick off in the clear. Good stacks to chase it down. We'll take some bounces there, and Bear Red. That's a lot of points.
31 points and a half. Indeed, that is a big buffet. Everyone getting in on the servings. Bear now with his 6 points based off that, both of them threes. And yeah, to already be hitting near, perhaps with another goal or two, near that 40 mark in one half. That is one of the strongest indicators I think I've ever seen of a team who's absolutely on fire.
As they are absolutely on fire. Saluna sends that one up. Will be low, excuse me, Baron. Turns around for Echo Club Kansas City. A long heave there off the shack block. And then scooped away there. I wish I could credit someone.
Shack block?
Yeah, shack block.
No elaboration, huh?
Huh? I was waiting for you to ask. Sweet Tooth, that's it. No, you're supposed to ask. Why do we call it the shack block?
I thought that was implied by the inflection. The shack block.
No. You're supposed to ask. That's the gag. Why do you call it the shack block?
Why do you call it the shack block?
The shack block?
Because Nuggets don't block shots. Oh my goodness, I can't say it. Nuggets don't block shots. Shaq does.
Oh, wow.
Well,
yeah, it took way too long for me to get that out. It's too hard
work
to
on the
say.
delivery, but I appreciate the effort.
It's the Shaq block. I don't remember who it was that brought it to me, but I latched onto it really quick. I can't remember. I wish I knew who gave me the Shaq block. I don't know who it was. It's Sniper turn this one around. We got 22 seconds here in this half. 19-point lead currently to Echo Club Kansas City. They will maintain possession here, looking to maybe run the clock a little bit. Aggressive defense from the Seattle Thunder. Try to chase that one down to get the turnover. Unable to do so. Zaka Alexander puts on the brakes, can get by 1, but not 2. Mill, as effective as they have been since coming in this second quarter, not able to make anything happen there. It's a scoop from Barron. Will end the half. 33-14 in favor of Echo Club Kansas City. We'll go into this first extended intermission of the evening and be right back.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
30 seconds. This one is loose in the Destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to clear it.
Cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That's the finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. Forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No.
Look at
no. Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read. And welcome back to the halftime show brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. They're the biggest, he said, interrogatively. But back to Dimwee and Pally. Gents, I mean, EC Casey's on a tear right now. What is that? 19 points difference here between them and Seattle Thunder. Talk to me about what you're seeing there on the stat boards, Pally.
A lot of Oculus Slater and Sweet Tooth, especially Oculus Slater. He's been accounting for the majority of points here, and whether it's directly or indirectly. Again, 14 points, about half the total, and 5 assists. So tack on another 10 to 15, 16 points based, 2 on 3s on those assists. I mean, he's accounted for the majority of the points here, and you expect to see that with Oculus Slater being the captain and really helping lead the charge here and get everyone involved just as well. As pretty much the thing I'm most impressed with, as always, anytime you can see multiple players getting on the board, especially already having 2 players in double digits scoring. And for the Thunder, Dimwee, I think the second quarter, obviously much, much better, but it's unfortunate because the Thunder put themselves in that tough position where, because of the first quarter start, they're going to be basically paying for that for the rest of the match and just trying to catch up and make up this difference.
You know what's really interesting?
Stuns.
Possession time.
Ooh. I was going to say stunts, but yes, possession time
They
as
both,
well.
You're right about stuns too, but possession time I think is a little bit more interesting considering that scoreboard.
Yeah.
Well,
Possession
a lot
time
of
is slightly in favor of Seattle Thunder.
I'd say it's a lot of Echo Club's possessions have been so quick they haven't needed to hold the disc for too long.
Yeah. Echo Club Kansas City particularly efficient with the disc tonight. Seattle Thunder less so, unfortunately. There's a stun there that will be recollected by Oculizator there in that far side trap. There's a stun out there. Lulls finds himself behind the play. And teammate passes by. They cannot get together for that boost. They finally get in there. But a good setup there. Baron to Snipe. Snipes it at 21-point lead.
Baron to Snipe, and Snipe now with a, just alluding back to what you said, possession time efficient. Not a lot of time expended off the clock there. They lost the disc maybe once, but otherwise a quick chain along of passes. And that's their 22nd shot taken in just 5 minutes of possession time here. They're about to have another one.
Wow.
And this is what we're saying. Look at that. Just a walk-in, a 3-on-1 essentially. 10-second goal. And that's what I mean. You have 4 minutes and 50 seconds for Seattle Thunder of possession time. And in that 5 minutes of time, basically, they've taken 7 shots. In an equal amount of time, 23 shots for Echo Club. It's insane.
Wow. Wow, Scoob. Saluna handles
that was a
Saluna.
shaggy.
It wasn't the first time. The first time it was, I forget the names. There's like 2 of them that did it. That guy. No. Oh, wow. No, I wasn't doing an Owen Wilson. Oculizator loses that one. Sweet Tooth. Oh, look for a backboard shot. Joey. I think he just went by Joey. I think it was just Joey.
The kangaroo, yeah.
No.
What they call them.
It was a sitcom in the 90s. Anyways, Oculizator far side. We'll send this through. I don't remember. Oh my goodness.
Man, no one told Seattle Thunder that life was going to be this way. Clap, clap, clap. Oculus Satyr hitting that 40.
In the words of Bill Burr, is absolutely reprehensible behavior. There from Oculus Satyr. As Mill handles that one on the far side. That was ridiculous. That was a straight-on shot. No bounce, nothing. 50, what was that, 53 meters? Dead on? Disgusting. Disgusting. As Mill does the hokey pokey, turns himself around. Lulz is, I lost it. Lulz got the point. It's a goal. They're back within a lot, 24.
Points and words and numbers and rhymes. Dimwee does them all of the time, but with their 16th point now, let's see if this can get them started in the quarter. It's only been a few minutes. A little bit slow to the start, but that can always change on a dime as we saw in the second quarter. But again, such a big buffer that Echo Club has brought themselves here.
How many stuns near the near side wall? For a moment, we got a ba-ba-ba! 3 stuns in a row. As it was a 2v2 situation. Oculus Satyr showing Mill how to do it. As Ox doing the anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, Oculus Satyr is arguably the founder of the juke heavy meta we see today. I just say in the sense that he's been doing it really since the very, very beginning, in a time where even Echo was not really in that kind of meta. He was always one of the most mobile, crafty players. We're seeing it there as, well, Mill's trying to respond with something similar to Oculus Satyr. See how this one works out. Just backs it out instead.
And backs it, Seal Scott Ever on that back line. And they have 2 in the bubble. Those 2 back out now. They pull Oculus Satyr out. Oculus Satyr, though, does get a boost. Back into the bubble. Mill getting by 1. Cannot get by 3 more. Come on, man. It's on the far side. Balls will get that one collected. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third. First half feels like it was fast. It's just got over here on the near side. Or I'm just, chronologically challenged. This night, we'll send this one through. I am. The defensive stack overshoots, but then doesn't. That was great. Almost anticipating where the disc was gonna be, which is someone's going, yo, that's what you're supposed to do. I know. Oculus Satyr, edge of the bubble, doing it again. This time with a little music on the way in.
And that's the sound of music, and by that I mean the guitar riff. We've heard that all too much this game, at least if you're a Seattle Thunder player and fan there. 44 points, Oculus Satyr hitting that sweet 21, and apparently now partake in Whiskey Wednesday. But 21 points, 5 assists, insane. About to have maybe another. There's the goal. There it goes. 47. And just like Agent 47, Oculus Satyr is a killer.
Before the game, we were talking about, at least I brought up how some of these players are going to be playing to keep their spots here. Oculus Satyr is playing a game where he wants everyone to know that he is ready for postseason. This is a warning. Again, we'll point out that 53-meter dead-on shot from Oculus Satyr earlier on. As Sweet Tooth gets another one for himself. 33-point lead, Kansas City.
Yeah, just keeps on trucking here. Sweet Tooth, who did a lot of the damage in the first half as well, but getting on the board now after what's been an Oculus Satyr show for the last couple of minutes.
And, uh-oh. Really? Sweet Tooth doesn't hit that one, so Luna will get there.
Why are you so happy about that?
Because that was unnecessary, ridiculous. Come on. There was a better shot there. We all know it. Maybe not. Am I wrong? It's okay if I'm wrong. I can be wrong. I'll
defend Sweet Tooth in saying he makes he takes and makes those shots pretty regularly as far as bounce shots go. Definitely in his playbook.
Where's Venom when I need him? Venom will back me up. Everybody likes Venom. Sweet Tooth will get another one. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of going Goomba Stomp here. on Thunder between Sweet Tooth and Oculusator. They're kind of just exchanging individual runs over the course of this last quarter and really this whole game thus far, because now Sweet Tooth has 19 on the board to get closer to Oculus's 24.
Also, just for responding, what I was saying earlier, that Oculusator is making a statement saying Echo Club Kansas City, their true statement was beating Dallas and handing them their first loss of the season.
Oh yeah, I was there. I was cast. I think we were both casting that, right?
Were we? I'm gonna be honest. This point, it kind of all blends together. As Laws hits it for the 3. I know you've got that encyclopedia thing going on. I do not.
It depends. It depends. But I recall casting that one for sure, and kind of mentioning at the time, as I do mention again now, as we're seeing this outburst of points end this quarter. You know what? I'll get to that after the break. Just to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. Be right back after word for our sponsors. Or will we?
Banana?
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
We are coming back to the fourth and final quarter here between the ECKC and the Seattle Thunder. ECKC on a tear, although while being outstunned here by the Seattle Thunder, and I think with the ECKC stacks being so aggressive and the possession time being in favor of the Seattle Thunder, the fact that they're up 51-19, that's pretty awesome. For them, and pretty amazing. I'll let you guys talk about it. Back to you in the booth.
Well, yeah, just to continue, I guess what I was going to say going to the break on what's been a bananas game. For Kansas City is, hold on a second, that was on trajectory to nearly make it in, but the sneeze guard got in the way. They're a team who did start off kind of slower in the season. They were eating some losses at the beginning there, not kind of looking like the team that we were used to from runner-up to the championship last season. But they have just gotten better and better as the season's gone on, and Oculusator's also been really at the helm of that, didn't we?
Yeah, no, he absolutely has been. This is a team that has, like you said, gotten better as the season gone on, and Oculusator will get another one. And a lot of it is Sweet Tooth and Oculusator, but where those two will sometimes have gaps, you have Baron and Snipe to always fill them. They've had a reliable roster the whole season. I think that may be. I'm curious if somebody actually has metrics on it, but I wonder if that's one of the more important factors. This late in the season is those teams that are going to be in the postseason. How much more likely were they to have a consistent roster throughout the season? I wonder if we have there's numbers on that on the back end there. I'm sure somebody has them. As Mills stunned out. And Sweet Tooth will get that one turned over here for Echo Club Kansas City. There's a stun by Baron, and Sweet Tooth will get a long one, putting their team up by, again, a lot.
And yeah, definitely cannot discount Baron and Snipe at all. The thing is, on any given team at the pro level or any level, you can't have, you're not going to have all 4 players, at least in most cases, putting up those big 20-30 point games. Just mathematically it's not possible, but that is not to say that they're not contributing heavily here, because they are. They're filling exactly the spots they need to fill. They're making the most out of their attempts. They haven't had a lot of shot attempts, but the ones that they do, they're efficient with it. As a Mill, getting efficient with that one, but they're also assisting. They're stunning in the places where they need to fill on the floor and space out and defend and things like that. Baron and Snipe are definitely keeping pace just as much.
I'm sorry. Sweet Tooth there, sending that one to the far side.
What I do?
If somebody was watching my camera right then, they would have gotten quite a funny cat scene. My cat did not know what to do when I was trying to get her off the thing here, and she tried to hold on to my shirt for dear life, and it did not work. And it was quite hilarious. Sorry, Oculus there. Since that went in, it would have been good. Snipe there, edge of the bubble. Trying to get away from two defenders. Wow. Oh, big stop there, Mill. Again, Mill making a big splash in this game, as it were. And Baron to snipe, top corner pocket. They've got 36 point lead.
34?
36.
13. That's my number.
12.
Thought we're just shouting numbers here.
29.
42. 53.
77.
Oh, come on, really? You know what? 93. Yeah. You gotta play that game.
I relinquish the fight there.
Uh-oh. Steel Scott ever gonna play this game? Ooh. Off of the post there, out of the bubble. Walls, though, picking this one up for the Seattle Thunder. Sends it across. Lateral reset to Mill. Into Steel Skydiver. Oh, what a stop there. Sweet Tooth just slaps that one away with an air of disrespect. And says, no. You know, with that like attitude that makes you just like really hate someone. You're like really, you couldn't just say no. You had to go, no. Like you had to say it like that. Thanks.
You're welcome. Snipe takes this here now and has maybe Sweet Tooth or Oculus not pass. I can imagine one might be about to happen as there's Uck with a take and Uck getting stunned nicely by Lulz, who now leeches off, and they'll just reset how with Baron. And again, mentioning everyone filling out the exact place on the floor they need to be. I mean, a lot of the reasons I think Oculus and Sweet Tooth has been as open as they are here is just because they're getting the rebounds or they're in position to enable their front line to do exactly that. Sweet Tooth gets the 2, taps it in for the 60th.
60th point and 38 point difference.
13.
Dimly, that rant seemed oddly personal for you.
Also, is it 30? Yeah, it's 38. Like, wait, is it actually 40? Anyways. Juice versus 7-11. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, that's convenient.
24/7.
I was
What do I know?
I was trying to think of something with the corner. Baron is stunned out.
I was waiting to see what you had in store. Anyway.
I'm going to do the rest of the show in Morse code.
Man. Brutal, didn't we? No remorse.
That is awesome. I hope somebody's actually decoding it.
Well, I spent all that money on those classes. It better be good. A Sweet Tooth, Baron gets that one in. Of course, no, that was random. Totally random. And it was probably offensive. 40-point lead. Tackle Club Kansas City. But not on purpose. So I think that makes a difference.
Look, Sir Dimwee, all I have to say is you'll be hearing from my mother's lawyer.
How dare you, sir?
You know, that's all right. I am judgment proof. Steel Scott ever said, Sweet Tooth. Somebody knows what that means. You got a good chuckle out of that. This one's set in there, far side, snipe. Look at it. Oh, good setup here, Sweet Tooth. Points.
Well, that was so nice. You see, it's almost I guess you just call it a regular cutting passing play. I don't know. It's like it was a purposeful. It was a dribble almost. Like the passer saw the stack at the bow tie and they opted to not pass it to them purposely, so they could just dribble it right into the barrier essentially and stack into the disc. Nice setups here. We're seeing some pizzazz. We're seeing some easy peasy shots for the likes of Oculus because he has barely missed all night long, if at all. from deep there, he's just been near flawless, if not flawless. I haven't been keeping track.
Yeah, we do. Do we have? We don't. Do we have a shooting percentage stat? I don't think so. That'd be cool though. I mean, I'm sure we do in theory, but not currently.
Wait, Oscillator's like maybe just eye test alone. He's hit the deep post, like past half court one. He's hit one from the right wing, one from the bottom of the trench there. Has he missed a three? They've not been easy threes either, didn't we? It's been ridiculous.
It has been.
That one went in. Like, I mean, buzzer's over, but that one went in. Like, they're not missing shots. Nutty, this team.
Yeah, that was Snipe sending that last one in, but it will be a 45-point victory to Echo Club Kansas City, 67-22. Ock Alexander 29 points, Sweet Tooth with 26. That is silly.
It is, and I think it's worth bringing up as well. We've seen over the last few nights in the AAA as well as the Pro, the teams that are have either clinched or in wild card contention for the playoffs have been on another level. Like in typical wild card fashion, those are the teams that we see coming in that are going to break playoffs teams. These teams that have really solidified their place there in the playoffs. But I would argue that we are seeing the wild card teams play better than some of those teams that have already clinched playoff berths. And I think the playoffs are going to be an amazing shootout. But, ACKC, tripling the Seattle Thunder's score for tonight is just another team that I think was not only their shooting, not only their passing, not only their placement inside the arena, just looked very, very healthy getting ready to roll into the playoffs. That was really just me making a statement, but that's something I've
welcome
noticed.
to the show, Dales.
Yeah, something I've noticed.
Yeah, it lands exactly to what we were saying going into the second half and into the fourth quarter there, and just how the turnaround has been over the course of the season. Obviously, Kansas City, super talented team at the highest level there. I mean, they made it all the way to the finals for both the seasonal play as well as at the LAN. And they started off the season a bit slow. They were dropping some games, roster changes here and there. But yeah, they've really just since those initial few weeks, they've really kind of clinched it up and executed the way that you're used to seeing them, and that's exactly how you want to end the season.
Yeah, going right into it, hitting on all cylinders. So see if they can keep that alive here as we roll up the last week for them next week. But with that, who do you guys have for the Holtzhauer Auto Motorsports Stuntman Award Player of the Game?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
No.
I mean,
you go right ahead. I was just being animated.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, for me, definitely shout out to Sweet Tooth for a great game in his own right. Strong second half there. But for me, it'd be Oculus Sater. Certainly, first half had 14 points and 5 assists. Ended the game with 6 assists, but then doubled his points to 29. So really, just that whole lead they built in that first half. Again, Oculus Sater, I mean, what do they have? 33 points at the half, and Oculus Sater either scored directly or facilitated basically a combined maybe 25-ish points when you include the assists in there out of those 33 points. It got them the buffer, and that buffer is one that they never lost, and they only expanded. But definitely just predicated off of the control and the decision-making from Uck.
Dimwee?
See, that's why I was making that comment right before when I rudely interrupted you, gee, I wonder, because I don't think there's no disagreement here. There's not going to be. Oculus played. Well, he played way too well tonight at this award. I mean, you can't play that good. Well, actually, if Game's watching, he's going, well, I did want. I know there was one game in particular. I know he's still probably a little salty about because Gabe did really good that night, and I did not give him enough credit. And I still kind of feel bad about it. But tonight, Alexander played. I wouldn't say he played out of his mind, but he played at that level that these professional players, especially the top paid players should all be playing at. That's the performance you expect out of those players. I'd say 90% of them. I'd say that's the performance you expect out of like 90% of them. Is what you got out of Oculus tonight. And that if Kansas City, if that's Oculus performance going into the postseason, they're going to be feeling pretty confident. These other teams better watch out.
There you have it. And Ak, congratulations to you for Stuntman Award. Also, the captain. You know I love the captains. So no disagreement here. Oculus taking home that Stuntman Award. Don't go anywhere. We are going to take a short break, and we will be right back for our second matchup for tonight. It's going to be a New England Stack versus the Montreal Freeze. Obviously, you're not going to want to miss it because it is Echo Wednesday. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with Dimwee Palador to focus on the cams and myself. And welcome back to our second match of the night. On this Whiskey Wednesday, we've got the Montreal Freeze versus New England Stack. An interesting matchup here. We've got, again, one team that is eliminated from the playoffs. That is the Stack. But we have another team that's still in contention. And in this case, the Montreal Freeze is in a three-way tie with Austin Burners, the Florida Laser Sharks, for the three-way tie for second place here. Of note, Austin has already beat Florida. They'll rematch on September 9th, 7 Central. Not going to want to miss that one. As far as Florida and Montreal are concerned, Florida's ahead in the head-to-head point difference between them and Montreal. However, Montreal has beaten Austin 2 times. So Montreal right now, with only one clinch playoff berth right now for the New Orleans Orions, Montreal Freeze do want and need to win this game so that they can secure their spot here, at least try to secure their spot here in the playoffs. Obviously, the Burners and the Sharks still yet to play this week, but looking to clinch that spot and then hope for L's for the Burners and the Laser Sharks. Fellas, coming over to you, who do we got over on the Stack and the Freeze for tonight, and how do you expect this to play out for the Freeze?
Montreal Freeze rolling in with XA Super Buddy Cruisin', Fire Ninja, and Ender, of course, here at the helm, and just expecting, much like how we saw from Echo Club Kansas City, and talked about how their talent levels and how they've turned it up over the course of the season. Freeze, same kind of thing. Eastern Conference, super contentious. Both here in Pro Series as well as AAA. The Eastern Conference is super competitive, and everyone fighting for those seedings now at this point, and just again want to finish out strong.
Yep, and coming in for the Stack, while the Stack rolling in tonight are out of playoff contention, they are not at the bottom of the stack, if you will. Stack right now sitting at, looks like the 6th place here, so just shy of being able to clinch that wild card. And right now they are sitting 4-8. So definitely a team that the Burners could potentially give the Burners a run for their money here and or unseat them. So I'm interested to see what the Burners come in with. But who do we got over there in the Stack, Dimwee?
Well, they have their full roster here tonight: KFC, Citizen, Caesar, and a Retro. So that shows you these players continue to intend to press forward as players of this league. They're not going to let the end of one season sully the start of the next. Also notable that they have knocked them in. I was looking at the I'm not sure of their affiliate team's name, but their AAA team down there.
Columbus Fire.
Columbus Fire. The Stacks team? That's Columbus Fire?
Nope. I think I blew that. He said with confidence.
Knocked them dark and shorty. It's only 3 players there. That's kind of just a shout out to players on the I forget the name of it. What do you call it? The player development PDR. Down in the PDR, there's spots. And you look at this team. This team is out there. They're already looking. They're already looking at you right now. So right. Be on your best behavior and be at your best when you play. That doesn't mean score all the goals. It means be a good teammate. As we get started here, the first round between Montreal Freeze, first quarter between Montreal Freeze and New England Stack. All
right, Fire Ninja picks it up here.
We will get those predictions up. We're reading you. We got them.
You got them. Well, I predict here this pass about to result in a point. There we go. Fire Ninja by Ender's assist. Nice threading of that needle right from the corner into the pocket for a near dunk, essentially.
A near dunk. That's the first goal here from the Freeze coming in. That was, of course, Fire Ninja, as Palador called. And we will get the first shots advantage here from the New England Stack, who are on the right in blue. And Caesar sends this one in, and I just had to focus. Go, wait, I have it right? Yeah, you do. Fire Ninja picks that one up here. I know you did. I didn't mean to do that either. Citizen gets a good turnover here, trying to get it back to the back line. Good recovery. KFC gives it away, but then stuns off Fire Ninja. XA touch. Wow. Get the points. That was very, very well done.
Nice touch on those passes. So they had multiple players coming in and out of stuns there in close proximity, as well as defenders in close proximity. So to make that whole sequence work, they had to be on the dot and calm, importantly. It'd be easy in those situations, feet away to rock pass, but they all had the nice touch.
It was, I mean, fantastic one-touch passes to each other, and then the timings as well as they're coming out of stuns. But now Ender, once again with it, far side sends it up. Fire Ninja pulls out the goalie, but still gets points. They're up by 6, just like that.
Efficient scoring here off of these beautiful passes so far on these scores. I mean, 6 points. That's 3 goals, 3 assists, and every one of them have been again kind of actual assisted plays here. It's one of those by chance ones.
By chance, KFC will send this one up. Oh, nice relay here. We got one across. Ooh,
nice.
Citizen gets the lane, hits it. Steep angle there, small goal, gets it for the 3. They've cut that lead in half.
It didn't even have a lane so much as he took it. I mean, that was such a small gap there. Saw the defender retreating, so purposely went to paint that bottom pocket. That was about the only place. Anywhere else, that retreating defender would have been able to get it most likely. So just beautiful recognition on it.
And XA will get this one recovered and back to Ender there at mid. And so Caesar stuns out Ender. Ender stuns out with up fire. And there on the far side, stunned out by Citizen. And Caesar gets it, although it's off of a head. Scrum for it there on the far side. Fire Ninja gets stunned out, so less of a scrum. As Citizen gives it away to Ender. Ender now moving in. Dropping below Caesar. Caesar still gets the stun off, but cruising on the back line, pulling Caesar out. Cruising back in here to Ender. Ender near side. Has one in the bubble. Oh, what a read there by Citizen. And then does a flip just for good measure. Did that look as good on stream as it did from here as KFC? Sinks a beautiful one. Yeah, it did look as good. They've tied it up. 6-6.
Yeah, what a wonderful play turned into some offense on the other end of the floor now. KFC, Citizen ties it up. Not a problem. And that's, again, three-point shots. Even if you go scoreless for a while or you go have a streak going against you. I mean, a couple of threes will undo that. It'll get you so much momentum and confidence as a team. We see it resulting now in yet another play. A turnover results in some quick points. 12 seconds on the goal, and suddenly the Stack has now taken the lead.
Stack have taken the lead. KFC with 2 in a row here. Also, Days of Our Lives playing out in the chat. 3:40 on the clock. I cannot believe this. This is fantastic cruising. Up here to Ender. Ender has Citizen nearby. Ender will send it here to XA on the near side. XA back to cruising. This is too funny. Cruising over to Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja sending it up. Won't be in the hands of Ender. As Ender edge of the bubble, that defense returns. So he's going to back that one out wisely. It's just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. As we say in the States, where they say quata across the pond. Isn't that right, Palador?
Nope.
Yes, it is.
XA here with a pass to Ender, and Ender is saying,
Ooh.
I got that one down under, or right over at least the defender.
Okay, no, that doesn't count. No. What? No.
Did he not get the shot over the defender?
Oh, don't even. Doesn't count. You're down under reference. It doesn't count.
Well, crikey.
No, you don't get to double down on a bad reference. I guess
None of my references are bad.
Oh my goodness. You're right, your references are out of control. Everybody knows that. Ender bringing it in, 3v1. Nice setup, Fire Ninja. And the Montreal Freeze are retaking the lead, 10-8.
And they're not out of control, Dimwee. They are in perfect control. Again, with these nice place passes. That's 4 assists now on their 10 points. And a lot of them have been just like that, inside that bubble on these cuts. And, you have to execute those perfectly because we all know otherwise goalies are talented enough to read those coming out from outside the bubble, but they haven't.
Caesar setting up Citizen. Excuse me, shot off the post. KFC will get this one collected. Pulls off the ender, but still loses with XA. Solid clear there. Look at that. All the way out. Flat bounces. And there's finally down to the floor. Open goal. Fire Ninja does not miss. 5-point lead. It's the Freeze.
I don't know that that whole sequence only took a couple of seconds. That goal was only exposed once they got the disc for maybe 1.5 seconds, but that is a long time by Echo standards. I know you were talking about the perception of time earlier, Dim Weevil. In Echo, relatively speaking, 1 to 2 seconds of open goal is a long, long time.
Now this one in here, nobody gets it. Ultimately, Ender with the pickup. And on the near side of this one, up and through all the way out. We'll take some bounces and good offensive stack there. Ender is KFC back in the goal. Uh-oh. Dead to rights.
Bang right. 3 different passing, cutting options essentially for Ender. Could have assisted any one of them, but like you said, just a goalkeeper at the mercy essentially. Once again, though, the stack's not getting back. By stacks, I do indeed mean for said stack, because that was just a big numbers opportunity again. And meanwhile, there are 3 players just kind of floating down the floor on defense.
And Caesar juking around on the far side, pulling XA out. Oh.
Ooh.
Thought he had it. Ender got a good grab there. And we'll be firing it. You know who taught Ender that move? Me. As Retro sends this one back in. Citizen. Oh, the setup. Caesar hits it. Good for the 2. They're back with the 5. Oh, of course, that's not true.
Sure it is. We'll go with that. It is now canon.
Yeah, I did used to gauge how well I was progressing on defense by how well I was defending Ender 1v1 in pubs way back when, like 2 years ago. Anyways, we're going to go to our first intermission of this one. Save you from that. We'll be right back.
He was going easy on you, by the way.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
And welcome back, coming right to the second quarter. Back to you guys out there in the booth. New England Stack, 5 points away from tying up the Montreal Freeze, giving them a run for their money.
A pretty comfortable game so far for both teams. They're not looking all too stressed. Stacks, again, I think their stacks could use a little bit quicker grabs and some more of those recoveries. But on the whole, they're still keeping pretty decent pace here with this talented Freeze team who is competing again for their seedings in the playoffs and going forward.
And Caesar will get that one recovered on the far side, sends it across the near side. KFC will handle that one and walks this one up edge of the bubble. They are pressing hard here. They got 3 on the bubble. No, the defense was out. They should have. Okay, I'm not going to lecture. 3 points behind.
Well, KFC there with a good assist, kind of a rocket down there to Caesar, who likewise rocketed into the goal. All it was a shot fake, a little shot fake, and then right underneath the goal to hit the van. And that's all you need sometimes. You don't need to do all the jukes all the time. Just a simple hesitation move will freeze the defense.
That was a good stack there. Stun out KFC. Disc is loose. Citizen, solid pickup. Caesar with XA stunned out on the back line. And they will cancel each other out. There's a 3v3 developing on the bubble, and there it is. So you got the points. They're back within 1. And just like that, we are, just over 1 minute into the second.
Indeed. And the stack now in retrograde off of that to bring him back within the 1 point. A lot of assists on the board already, and again, efficient goals. This time we're seeing the stack get in on it. For the free was the case on mid points there and those bubble assisted plays. Notably, Ender with 4 assists in that first quarter, actually, to nicely enable his teammates. As they do actually lose it, though, back to the midline and back to the stack.
Ooh, KFC gets everyone collected, sums it up. Let's see. Things happen. They've got the lead.
KFC to Citizen. Likewise, it's happened the same way over in the last quarter as well, towards the beginning, where KFC and Citizen, after they were, 6-0, the pair of them got a few points in a row, and they took a lead. Also, what yikes? What did I do?
Oh, my. No, it was me. Citizen hits another one.
Yikes.
2 in a row, 2 threes. So wow, okay. The New England stack coming into the second quarter. Caesar 2, Retro 2, Citizen 2 threes. And they're up by 5 points now, 20-15. Just like that. They have, I don't know. They drank the magic sauce in between rounds.
They drank their Wheaties, didn't we?
They drank their Wheaties. Yeah, well, you got to puree it, and you know what I mean, and just get some, the bigger straws. As Ender here on the near side.
You need the boba straws for those.
Yeah, I take your word for it. I'm not sure what that is. Cruising up the fire ninja. Ender, ooh, is that that's not like a candy straw or chocolate straw?
But you don't know what boba is? Dimwit,
I'm not sure. I'll Google what you call.
AKA bubble tea, but right now the tea, well, the brawl's in the bubble. But it's off into the side of the wall. There's a stack unraveling, quite literally, as they go into the mid lane on a clear. Recovered first, sits fire off the dome of Retro, the Retro Dome, and oh, no goal as Caesar is there to overtake, but gets taken back by the defenders. A big run here, 10-0 run, I do believe, as KFC now looks to send it one more time. There's the cut, but a little mistimed.
Yeah, Caesar sends that one just wide. Also, I just looked at boba straws. I guess I've seen those before. I really thought about them. No, I don't think it's something I would own.
Have you never had bubble tea?
No, I don't like tea. That's like it's grass and water. XA hits it. Back with it too. No, I hate tea.
But it's not. Oh, dimly.
There's not. It's like pie. It's like pie. I don't like pie.
What? You heard it here
say,
first.
Well, what about like chocolate pie? I don't like pie.
Dimwee thinks the world is flat. You heard it here first.
Well, you ever seen the airplane charts? They're all straight lines. So triangles and squares, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're all straight lines.
Man.
I like that I got the pilot on that one.
To think I trust you for your math when you don't even like pie. Ugh.
I have no response, sir.
But rocks and chats like bubble tea has milk in it. Like most tea has milk in it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna like it.
The milk's good for you. It's good for your bones.
I'll put milk in my coffee.
Oh, it's coffee, tea, same bitter from a plant liquid.
I'm told like I should do like hot tea with honey. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what Retap does. This Cruisin brings that one in, hits it. I learned this recently. Cruisin brings it back within one. Apparently Retap just drinks honey. So I'm gonna start doing that.
Oh yeah. Look, honey, like my go-to if I'm having a lot of cast or whatever, tea with honey. I mean, I don't love tea, but I don't hate it either. It's okay. But honey specifically, anti-inflammatory. So yeah, pro tips, use it.
And teas are on the far side. Seriously, there's not a tea in the world. Literally, asking me to get used to tea is like me saying, literally, like go take a handful of grass, mix it in water, and drink that. Like get used to it. You won't. I can't. It's not gonna happen. Susan sends that one out. XA. I grew up in the South with like proper sweet tea. Like I hate tea. KFC sends it back. Always like you got tea. Yeah, well you gotta have my mama's sweet tea. Nope, hate it at all. As Ender sends that one back. You gotta try McDonald's sweet tea. Nope, hated that too. No, you gotta try your grandma's sweet. Nope, hated that one too. Fire Ninja far side down to the floor. XA hits it for the 2. They're back up by 1. You gotta try it where they boil it. Boil the sugar. Nope, hated that too.
Who hurt you, Dimwee?
T did.
Well, regardless, we've got ourselves a close game here. These players have drank their milk, they've drank their tea, maybe even they are peppy, and they are currently competing with these back and forth runs. Big run by the stack at first, but Montreal Freeze have answered right back for 6 points since, and it is really tight going into halftime in this next 90 seconds.
Yeah, 96. You got me. Retro sending us one in. Citizen off the backboard. Look at that. Hits it for the 2 off the cone. And the New England Stack retaking the lead up by 1 here right before the half.
T-Lud in chat asking about Long Island iced teas.
Now you're speaking my language.
Now we're
Yeah, I was gonna say you can have a sit down with Nails and talk all about it.
Yeah, we can solve all the world's problems over a couple Long Island iced teas.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Oh, the server just died.
No,
Or not.
no, it didn't.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Teleport.
That was on the far side. Will be collected by Retro. Looks like we are back in. So it stopped for a moment. So it looks like Ender may have dropped out. Or maybe about to. It's this one, Caesar there at mid. Of course, Ender playing from Mars. There he goes. Caesar showing here. KFC on the near side. Ender's always played from Mars. Oh, what a stop there. Fire Ninja, but Citizen gets it back. Puts it in. To end the half, probably? Hold on. Maybe? I can't. It's going to be a few seconds, so they're up by 3.
Yeah, great quarter for the Stack, have to say. Coming in as the spoiler, or intending to spoil a bit the Freeze's efforts and disrupt their flow going into post-regular season. But look at this, 3-point lead after the Stack were down 5 going into the second quarter. Well, now they have themselves a little bit of a lead. But to halftime, we'll talk about it more after the quick break.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
And welcome back. Don't forget, for those of you looking to claim this week's NFT, head on over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. Fill out the NFT claim form. In order to complete the claim form, you'll need the secret password. This week, it's week 13. We're handing you another softball. So we're coming up on the end of the season. I want you guys to pick up these NFTs. Week 13, super easy. The deadline to submit that is 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, September 4th. That is this Sunday. It's a holiday weekend. Don't forget to fill out that claim form and get it before you get to doing all the party things that you're planning to do this weekend over your holiday. And welcome back to the halftime show. Higgity, higgity halftime show. Brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. They're the biggest. We're coming right back. Wow. Freeze. Down by 3. 24-21. Pay no attention to what your screen says. Right now, the Stack are giving them a run for their money. The Stack, who are out of playoff contention. The Freeze, looking to secure their place with the playoff berth. Down by 3. Look at Dimwit's face. It tells you everything. He is just as surprised as the rest of you. Look at Palador. Palador is looking at the stats. Palador, since you've been studying those stats, why don't you tell us about them?
So the stats, yeah. Citizen, a big leader here at the helm of this nice run they've went on. A little bit in that first quarter, a lot bit in that second as well. In fact, let's see. So 3 points from him in that first quarter to break the ice, and then he exploded for 10 more in that second. KFC as well, contributing there 5 and 3, but really pairing up for a really great start to that quarter where they're causing turnovers. They got those driving goals. Their passing was much crisper, and more importantly, as I kind of mentioned in that first quarter, where their stacks were a little bit lacking, that time in the last 8 minutes, they were much quicker to the punch, and really put Freeze in a position where they were struggling for a lot of that round to punch back. because they did only score 6 points combined there, compared to the Stacks, 14.
Yeah, and right now, Citizen on a tear with 13 points. Leading the way right now for the Stack. Like, I'm curious what the Freeze are going to come out with for a halftime strategy adjustment. Obviously, they seem pretty content with how they were running in the first half until really about the end of the second quarter when the Stack started to walk away with it. Dimwee, changes you expect to see out of the Freeze coming in the second half?
Operation Get the Disc to Fire Ninja.
There it is. You've heard it right here. Write it in your notebooks and do what you need to do. Palador, how are the Stack going to keep this lead and continue to walk away with this game and hold on to this W rolling into the second half?
Just more of the same, honestly. There's not too much, at least in the second quarter, that I can point out as flaws on their end. So I just say keep the foot on the gas, essentially. I think Citizen has been one of those players who's been maybe this season more so than in the past. Like, he's been at the high level for a very long time, but this season in particular, he's had a handful of matches that I've seen or casted where he's just going on these big scoring tears, essentially, deadly accurate and efficient with it. Just keeping up these points, and as well as the assists, I think is the biggest thing. It's sustaining kind of the good feels across the whole team and not just one or two players.
Yeah, and it really seems like he's really found some good chemistry here with the Stack, and they're feeding him well. They're to the front, and KFC doing some good work as well, just being a stun monster out there. Him and Caesar as well. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's, as I don't know what that had to do with anything. He's got 4 points, 28 stuns, though, so definitely carrying his weight there for the team. As we get back here into the second half, we'll see what both teams come out with as we go neck and neck with the Freeze trying to hang on and the Stack trying to take down somebody else to watch the playoffs with them from the bench.
There's that's kind of a fun, maybe analogy you just happened upon there.
Oh, what?
Nails.
I stumble into something
Render
good?
under Caesar, that which is Caesar's.
Yeah.
But kind of in a way, you could take that and say, you know what I mean? Render unto your team that which is your team's. Play like a good teammate. Sometimes it's okay to take a shot. Sometimes you need to send that pass off. Right, Palador?
Yeah, of course.
I like it. I love
the passes.
Back to you guys in the booth, taking us into the second half. Bring it.
It's already been brought.
It's Broughton. Ender sends it. Cruising. Canuck the grab. Ooh. Almost lost it there on that bounce. Gets it back. Defense is all back there. As Ender brings that one back in. XA across. Fire Ninja gets it in off a retro. And as I suggested, we have they have activated Operation Get the Disc to Fire Ninja.
Yeah, talking about players who can go on those scoring tears. Fire Ninja, absolutely one of those players. This league or otherwise can pop off and good assist as well.
There's a long what's Citizen? It's that one. What's that? 18 meters out.
Of all the players you want taking an open 3, not that you want it in the first place, he'd be the last pick at this point because he has been a dead eye, and that's 16 points now. Citizen's first goal of this half.
First goal of the half. And a 4-point lead here to the underdogs in this one, New England Stack. They are 4-8 on the season. Moscow Freeze and a mere 8-4. And you're not. Your brain's going, am I confused? It's not 4-8 and 8-4. Ender. Jeez. Keeps the name. Oh my goodness.
Keeps the keep of the name of the keep alive and something.
The namesake, the keepsake. I got confused because I had keepsake in my brain, but I was thinking namesake, and then I got all discombobulated.
Oh, that's where you go.
What a goal, though! I ruined the
keepsake.
call on one of the most beautiful highlights you're going to get out of this game.
This is why you put puns in your pocket. Learn.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That was a beautiful goal by Ender.
Came back to bite. You did it. Did it. Oh, that came back to bite them. Cruising.
Yes, it did. That was a beautiful stop there by Cruising. May have been wide, but still a beautiful stop.
Yeah.
I can't get over that goal by Ender. Because he pulled off the Ender, and then the slap in was just, it was so quick. It was so deadly. Like a viper. Like a,
Yeah, so that's why they call it the Ender. It ends you.
it ends your whole career.
Exactly.
A great story. Citizen there on the far side brings it back here near side to Retro. And they've got 3 in the bubble. They are just rushing in there. They're pressing very hard here. The New England Stack are playing a very aggressive offense, and so it's been working out for them. They now have a 4-point lead off of that one from KFC.
Little pump fake thrown it as well, just to juke out the goalkeeper. Show and go, and then, well, you know the rest. It's a dunk by KFC, back up by 4 at this point, and again, just keeping the foot on that gas essentially here. I fully expect the Freeze to go on a run before this quarter is over, but we shall see when that happens exactly.
And XA, Fire Ninja, bringing it in. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Kaboom! They're back within 2. Fire Ninja, another one. You know what? We've got 2 goals for the Freeze in this half, both from Fire Ninja.
Yeah, fire in the hole, fire in the goal. Definitely a grenade just waiting to pop off on any given night. Which is to say he's a ninja. Which is to say it's kind of weird he has a grenade. But either way, it's within 2 points.
Oh my goodness. Ender ended that man's whole career with that setup. 2 Fire Ninja. They have tied it up. 29-29.
Very, very nice here. I like the extra pass from Ender. Nice and soft because that's all it had to be. The goalkeeper at the mercy, no matter what he chose to do, who he chose to dive on. And Ender, who did drop out towards the end of the half, so I don't have the full stats, but I do believe he had 4 or 5 assists in that first half. Make that 5 or 6 now with that one.
Another turnover here, sent in. Ender again on the far side. Is Fire Ninja in behind the goal? Oh. Retro. Good play there. Reads it. Fire Ninja got a little too comfortable in that setup, but actually I got this one on the back line. Sends it up to that far side too. Will be collected by Retro. Retro turns it back around. KFC there, far side. KFC wants to send it. Ooh. I would feel robbed. I'd say, you know what? Your numbers were wrong already at dawn. That was in. The math was in my favor. Citizen will hit that one kind of upside down. They're back up by 2.
Yeah, cranked at a weird angle there on the sticks, but managed to shift it into gear to get them another couple points. Both teams now really keeping almost not a stalemate pace, but just a very, very even-keeled battle. I mean, they're both scoring, but no one actually is going in that run I talked about quite yet.
We need smaller goals. Fire Ninja, back cross, just for pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both like a meter. You know, a half meter on either side from every corner. Yeah, definitely. Ender, bringing it in. Ooh, off the post. You're like, what? You want to see more dings? I mean,
If
I
that goal was
guess
smaller, that'd be
in
a
a
whiff.
way, you know. But I guess really what I'm saying is I want fewer goals, personally. Anyways, in the bubble there, KFC. You know, the world is my audience. Retro. I'm sorry. 2 minutes on the clock here. 2-point game as Retro backs this one all the way out.
I'm your audience, don't we?
Look, I have impulse, control. Anyways, Retro near side. See, even that, like, what? It's unnecessary. That's the bubble. It sets up KF. See it out of the bubble. Oh, that was out there.
Just gonna go KF is right. F is right.
Everybody overshooting. Cruising collects. Like the milkman. And then stunned out down to the floor. Citizen turns it around, Palador.
You know, from both squads on both ends of the floor there defensively, we've seen the offensive player. Speaking of, there's KFC. Oh no, misses the goal. And then gets it to go. Retro, that is. I was gonna say, did we have both defenders are able consistently now, as we saw there, to read those ducks, because players on both ends attempting them and getting read multiple times in that whole array.
You know, it does help to have a degree in ornithology.
Hold on, I gotta Google something real quick.
I hope you get the reference. Caesar sends this one too.
I remember this.
You have to read ducks.
I remember this from somewhere. We did this bit. I think like 3 or 4.
That was a reference to an ornithological piece in the newspaper. Ender bringing it in because the bird was the word that time. As Ender hits that one for the 2, they were back within 2. But here, referring to having to read the ducks.
Story of the study of orniths.
What?
Ornithology, the study of orniths.
Yeah, duh.
Obviously.
Jeez, didn't we?
Now you got me. Hold on. Now you got me questioning. I'm not crazy. Yeah, the scientific study of birds. Come on. Set up here. 33-31 as we go into the final quarter. Well, we go to the end of the third quarter. 2-point game. This is going to be down to the wire in a game that matters for the Freeze. We'll be right back.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
And we are back, coming back for the fourth and final quarter. It's a 2-point game between the Stack and the Freeze. Who's going to walk away with it? We've got more flat Earth expectations from Dimwee and big words that have to do with the study and treating of birds. Back to you guys in the booth.
Just saying, when I look at the horizon, it's a straight line. KFC sends someone across, in the hands of Caesar. Caesar sends it down. You can't tell. I don't see no curve. Ender outside the far side tube, all the way down and in. And every picture of Earth is a composite. You ever notice that? KFC turns that one around.
It's a story. What's the study of conspiracy theories? I like it. Somebody look that up.
Sends it through. Firing it, just scoops it back in. A little ping pong to start this one. Citizen now with possession. Sends that one through. I mean, if the Earth is spinning so fast when I jump up, why do I stay in the same place? Far side will be collected by KFC. What a stun out opportunity! Knocks at the door. They do not open it. Fire engine collects it here on the near side, sends it back across. We'll be, Ooh, KFC almost making something happen there. Could not quite keep hold of it. KFC gets it back, sends it up, Citizen. Ooh, cannot get the grab. We've a few of these here from the Stack where they get a possession, they get really close to making something happen, and then the last move, the second move, the third move is just a little bit off of the mark, and they're not able to capitalize on those moments right now, Powdor.
No, they're not. Credit to them for at least getting back on the defense to do again right there. So they've been quick to the recovery. Need to get one more grab in there, and they could have themselves an open goal perhaps. There it is. There's a grab. Oh, what a save. Ender getting in the way right on time before it's intercepted by Retro in this 2-point match in the fourth.
And that right there is why you hold that grip button. Nice stop there, Ender. You hold that grip button before you land at the goal. If you're going to get there and you think the shot is on its way in, don't wait. Hold that grip button before you even land. That way, when you put the hand up, the magnet's already on. As Retro has 2 in front, sends that one across. Will be in the hands of a teammate KFC. Move it in. Goalie's perturbed. Shot at the post. Another one. 2 minutes off the clock. How many opportunities are the New England Stack going to get and not be able to put it in the back of the net? As Citizen finally sinks that one in to that corner. That is a very satisfying goal as we get a timeout.
That was an ornithological goal there, whatever that means. 4-point difference on this game.
Full circle.
That.
No. Don't hit me with full circle. Full circle has to follow some sort of logical consistency. That was just a random reference. That was a non sequitur. You cannot go full circle on a non sequitur unless you started with a non sequitur.
Hey, guess what? I can go full circle on that because it's easy as pie. There's another. See,
I'll give you that one.
Full circle like a pie, Dimwee.
That we'll give you that one. I'll allow
the only good pie is the kind of pie that you smash in someone's face.
Yeah, well, it looks like I have my clown, so where's my pie? I'm sorry, that was me, Dimwee. I apologize.
That one's not going to pass. We're going to send that one back. Return to sender on that one.
You can put it on my bill because ornithology or whatever. Ducks. I mean shucks.
Coming back in, 4-point difference between these two teams, and the stack. I mean, the Freeze taking a timeout here off the stack, really running that up and trying to get that spacing. 5.5 minutes left here. Freeze, you think they're going to make it happen?
In the words of that kid from Even Stevens, just do it!
Was
retro.
Was that Nike?
What? No, okay, just do it is the slogan from Nike.
Yeah.
But no, the screaming just do it is, I know his name. I forgot his name. Caesar sends this one up. He was in the Transformer movies. KFC hits for the 2. They're up by 6. Shia LaBeouf.
There it is.
Yeah. Weren't shy about that goal. They just buffed it in.
God. No points. No points for that one.
Okay.
No. No points to Gryffindor.
What about Palador?
Oh my God. Ender, far side. As far as the near side, I'm not. Ender. Uh-oh. Wow.
I love that from Ender. He's been doing that pretty consistently all game long. Again,
Yes.
I don't know the full because he did drop at the half, but even in the second half, while the numbers themselves not eye-popping, they're consistent and timely. 4 points with the 2 assists, 2 saves, 2 steals, and that was his first half stats. He almost gets the disc there. Which were quite similar. He's actually got quite the healthy, a very team-oriented stat line, as he now will just go for another assist, but saved! Oh, instead, what a great play by Caesar. Seizes it.
And it is a shame that we don't have. Oh my goodness! Cruising, disgusted. Cruises his way in, gets a stop there. Hey, you like that one? Cruising. Citizen on the far side, sends it near side. Actually, at mid, Ender turns it over. It's a shame we don't have the stats because Ender had 4 points in the first half, but a lot of Fire Ninja, another 3, and a lot of assists that we're not going to see credit for. I believe
say at 5. It was either 4. It was definitely 4, but I think it was 5, which would put him currently at 8, I guess, on the game. It's been important. Ender, as we know, is a player who can score in bunches and bunches and bunches of bunches. But I like the fact that he's getting his teammates involved. And when he needs to, he gets himself involved for a lead.
Hits the 3, puts his team up by 2. 39-37. 3 minutes to go. This is a game. A game that I don't think any of us were expecting to see. A game that the New England Stack did not owe anybody. They have brought it tonight. They are making a statement here saying we should have been in the postseason. We should not be out. As Citizen sends them across, they're going to make sure that Montreal stay in a wild card position if they keep this up. As Retro setting this one up, we'll be to KFC here on the near side. KFC up to the ceiling, off the backboard. They've tied it up again.
Ooh. That was a great touch off that backboard there. The goalkeeper trying to read it, acknowledging the danger of that backboard spot, but what a nice touch. They've been battling this entire game. Really, neither team pulling away by all too much. I believe it's been single digits the whole time.
I'm pretty sure it has been. Maybe, the whole time Citizen, a shot there, cruising. Another good grab, stunned up by KFC. KFC looking at an empty goal, sends it. What a stop! Who got that stop? That was Ender again. He is playing out of his mind. Last game, it was Alexander. This game, it is Ender. As this one gets sent in here, will be collected by KFC in his own bubble. In this tie game, 2 minutes ago, KFC turning it around. Will be in the hands of Retro. Retro sending it up, Caesar. Caesar, the showstopper, sends it off near side Citizen. Back to Caesar. No. Yes, it is back to Caesar. They've got a 3v2 against the bubble. Here, they're bringing it in with the numbers They go 1v2 instead. I don't know why you make that decision, but Cruisin will get an easy stop. Retro collection here in the near side trap. 1 minute and a half, 1.5 on the clock. Caesar sends it in. Good defensive play, though. Send it out of the bubble. And it will be collected once again by the blue team. Retro with it for the stack in this tie game. Retro KFC hits it. They're up by 2.
What a game and what a defensive set of plays, but did not stop the last attempt there from KFC. Had to throw in so many fakes, and even the fakes still got stuffed once or twice. And yet, offense. You give them another chance and another chance. They'll usually make those count. This is a really tight game with 1 minute left.
Montreal Freeze in possession. Cruisin sends it through. They're down by 2. That is a bad pass. Citizen picks it up, sends it back in. If they get a goal here, I don't think it'll end it, but it'll put them in a great position. What a play there by KFC! They go up by 4 points. It's got to be 30 seconds. You need to see a goal in less than 5.
And that's going to be a very difficult thing to do, certainly. What a wonderful effort here by the stack, and the late game clutches. The Freeze, as great as they were on defense in some of those possessions, just costly turnovers, as we see one more to seal the deal, and a long heave down the floor. Just a matter of time. By that I mean a dozen and less. The stack have caused some trouble here in the playoff picture for the Freeze.
Indeed they have. They have made a late season, very nice stop there, Cruisin. A very late season statement here from the New England stack, forcing the Montreal Freeze to fall to 8-5 as Montreal Freeze fighting for postseason position, as you might say. Still in a potential wild card spot here. In this number 2, they're in the number 2 position, but a loss here might actually hurt them a little bit, Nails.
Yeah, it definitely could. I mean, you have 3 teams that are tied for the second place, right? So I think based on, I'm not a math man, based on where everybody stands right now, there's 1 spot left for a playoff berth. We've got 4 teams right now in wild card contention. So technically there's 2 spots available for wild card and 2 spots there for playoff berth. But we've got 3 teams that are in contention. So right now, between those 3 teams, 1 should clinch a playoff berth here in this week or next. Another one should definitely get a wild card, and then there's probably 1 wild card or 2. We have 1 wild card spot up for debate between the 3 teams. So it's going to get hairy. Oh, by the way, you still have the Orlando Cyclones down there in the hunt, trying to secure who have clinched wild card at least for themselves, but still 7-5 versus now 8-5 Montreal Freeze. So I mean, this has got to sting for the Montreal Freeze, and nobody wants to work their way forward from a wild card contention. But to their consolation, right? This is not a team they're going to have to face again once they roll into the playoffs. But obviously taking a little dose of reality there, rolling in for tonight's game. Fellas, over to you. I mean, Palador, like, what enabled the stack in the second half to really turn this into their favor? And what do you see was really where the Montreal Freeze kind of fell off the rails? And that's kind of harsh. I don't think they fell off the rails, but what allowed the stack to get the edge that they needed to take this to a 4-point game?
I was honestly thinking the exact thing the chat was pointing out. A very, very eye-popping stat and an unusual stat. It doesn't typically come into the discussion a ton when you're talking about difference-making stats, but the stuns are incredible right now.
I was going to say that.
It's eye-popping enough where I have to mention it because you have 2 players, KFC and Caesar. You have 2 players with 60-plus stuns. Over on the opposite side for the Freeze, there's not a single player over 30 stuns. You have 2 with 20 and a couple with in the teens, 13, 14. That is a ridiculous difference in brawls. And the thing is, it's not as if it is just brawls either, because obviously you look at the rest of the stats for the stack. They're punching, they're shielding, they're brawling, yes, but they're also scoring, assisting droves. So they're able to get not only effective and frequent stuns, but they're also using them to get into position for a ton of assists and a ton of points. So that is one of the times where I'll say, I think just because of the sheer volume of it, that really opened up their lanes so much for those as we see, the huge amount of assists and then points we've got on the board there, especially for KFC and Citizen.
Yeah, I mean, they doubled, looking at the stats, the stack doubled the Montreal Freeze's percentage in stuns and the percentage in assists.
Look at
so, I mean, what do you got, Timley? What'd you find, buddy? What do you got there?
Look at these numbers. So if Ender, remember we were talking about how many goals and assists Ender had before the dropout? Look at these numbers here. Ender would have had 11 goals in the game. So you've got XA Cruiser with 6 and 2, that makes 8. Caesar Retro 4 and 4, that makes 8 between the two of them. Then you've got Ender with 11, KFC with 11, Fire Ninja with 18, Citizen with 22. Like, that's how close this game was. They basically have almost like virtually identical score lines. That is, I don't think I've ever seen that sort of relationship, and it's very interesting that despite that, one of the major factors is, one, you look at how many more assists there are on the side of the stack, and two, the stuns. Somebody could probably write a PhD on these numbers right here.
I'm not doing it. Nose goes.
I'm not. I'm just saying somebody could.
Let's go find Doc Education again. He was in the chat earlier.
Right? Doc,
you got it. PhD to be presented during finals week. Or you know what? We'll give you some time because we want you to put together a quality product at the LAN, at LAN 2. We want to hear this PhD presentation about how this went down and why. Doc is sitting somewhere right now, probably putting up his hand at us with not all of the 5 fingers raised.
Ender is in the chat saying I DC'd, by the way. I'm not sure what you think we thought happened, Ender. No, we thought you lag switched too hard. We thought you hit the lag switch too hard and you dropped it. No, we figured you disconnected. Party it looks like the whole game. Actually, Ender, watch the VOD back. Dude, the whole game froze. When you dropped out, the entire game froze for about 10 seconds. 5 seconds? Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, that's how clutch you are to the game here. For tonight's
how important
game.
You are to the game code.
All right, with that, fellas, who do you guys got for your Holtz Hour Auto Motorsports Stuntman player of the game?
For me, that's gonna be fairly easy again. I mean, a lot of good contributions on the board, but Citizen, consistent all the way through. KFC, definitely honorable mention there, who's kind of that, was able to secure some important late goals, in fairness, to kind of secure that win. Citizen definitely just kept them in it from right in the first quarter. When they went down 6-0, he answered with a 3 to cut that in half, and then they went on a little run in that quarter. In the second quarter, when they ended up down by 5 to start the second quarter, it was Citizen, as well as with KFC, but Citizen there helping lead them into, what was it again, something like a 14 or a 14 to 5 run or something of the sort, 14 to 6, to go into the half with a lead. Again, as the underdogs, just being able to go into the half with that kind of control, thanks to the shooting and passing efforts between Citizen and KFC. That really just gave them all the momentum they needed to finish out strong. I mean, that was a really great performance by him.
Dimwee?
Now the stuns, I can also see though. 62 stuns is big. That's a thing. So.
No, you're done. You're done.
I said nothing.
Your turn is over. It's my turn now. It's my turn now.
It's always your turn.
The prosecution has the floor.
No. Look.
Look, I'm just buffering it so you can't say, well, Pelly. I know.
I was gonna say, because you said with KFC, and in a game that was basically decided by stuns, you're gonna choose the shooter?
22 points for assist, but again, let's see, 22. Wasn't before.
Her sister came down in a bubble, dog.
Still don't get your references, Dim. We never will. But 43 points, and Citizen contributed to probably about 30 of them. Whether it's
the
points
Wicked
or
Witch of the
assists.
East, bro.
Oh, now you know what? I remember that now. Very old meme though, but it checks out.
Is that old?
Is that old? 2000. It had to be like 2005 or something, right? I mean, that was a long time ago.
No, this is like 2017.
No way. That wasn't. I feel like it resurfaced in like 2017, but I feel like it originated like way before that. Could be wrong.
Dimwee, your rebuttal, sir.
KFC. KFC. The points, the assists, and the stuns. Because you know what that says to me? Says to me, KFC is at the bubble going, here, friend, and passes the disc and then clears the way. KFC is making the sacrifice play to get the points on the board. Remember earlier we were talking about render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's?
Yes.
That's what KFC did. That's what KFC did.
Whatever that means.
Totally
I rest
valid.
my case.
All right. Well, split decision. And I'm to settle this. I'm going to go.
Sit down.
I'm going to go with KFC. And I think for specifically tonight for 3 reasons. One, he was putting points on the board. He does have, for the main one of the reasons, the assists and the points. So those two together, he's not only scoring, he was also feeding the rest of the team. 2, the stuns. We've already talked about it. The stuns were a major portion of this game, and I think that's which really unraveled the ability for the Freeze to get in there and keep that roll going, and it paid dividends in the fourth quarter with that score being so close. And the third one is because he's the captain, bro. He's the captain. If you can score, assist, and deliver 62 stuns as the captain to take your team to a W, that's it for me. That's it for me. So I'm going to side with Dimwee on this one, and I'm going with KFC. So KFC, congrats to you for the Holzhauer Auto Motorsports Stuntman Award Player of the Game. Sorry, Pally. We still got one game left.
History was made today. Dimwee, this is the first time you've lost. I've lost against you in these bad. GG's, no re.
You know, I never felt the need to keep score.
Wow.
I have not been keeping score. But I have not been keeping score, Dimwee. Hey, Dimwee, I've not been keeping score. But when you literally never lose, it's obvious when you do.
Dimwee with the ultimate.
You don't need to keep a score when you literally never lose.
I think what we're actually discovering right now is you don't need to keep a score when you literally never win. So,
all right, kids, go to your corners. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. You were promised a great match. You got one with the New England Stack versus Montreal Freeze. We're coming back with one more game for tonight. It's going to be the Florida Laser Sharks versus the Orlando Cyclones. Again, quite the matchup. We'll tell you about it more here in a second. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll get set up for the last game. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a burner, and we are keeping score potentially. And we are back to our final match of the night. That's it. Orlando Cyclones for Florida Laser Sharks. A lot of going on tonight for these two teams. All right, just first and foremost, the Florida Laser Sharks now in a two-way tie with the Austin Burners for second place after Montreal's Freeze's loss in the previous game. Well, to be fair, still in a three-way tie. We got to let the rest of the week play out. But Florida ahead of Montreal in the head-to-head point differential. So they've got that going for them. And also, the second thing is this is one of the most bitter rivalries in like the entire league. The Orlando Cyclones in their first season, who essentially went undefeated except for one team, which was Florida Laser Sharks. This season, Florida Laser Sharks have beat the Montreal Freeze. I know we're running out of time. Let's see. Florida Laser Sharks have played, sorry, not the Montreal Freeze, the Orlando Cyclones, have played Orlando once and have already beat them. So now rolling into this game, they are inside the Orlando Cyclones' mind. They're moving furniture around. There's a lot of craziness happening. They're like changing the magnets on the fridge and rolling into tonight's game. The Orlando Cyclones, while they are coming in tonight as the number 5 team here in the Eastern Conference at 7-5, with the win tonight would put them tied with the Montreal Freeze. They are still have at least clinched a wild card at the very least. And so they're in the hunt for that other playoff berth, and we'll see what happens if they take down the Laser Sharks tonight. They are definitely in the running to get that other playoff contention berth spot. So over to you guys. Who do we got in the arena tonight for the Orlando Cyclones and the Florida Laser Sharks?
I will get through this quick indeed because I think these players are ready and revving to go. I can hear
my
it.
bad. I ate a lot of time.
It's Acorn, Captain Will Game, Rosie Hope Paradigm over on Cyclones for Laser Sharks, didn't we?
Florida Laser Sharks in with their proper roster. Jaywalker, Andy W, Venom, the Venom, a platypus, vacant up from the AAA. This will be a proper battle for the Sunshine State. They're going to be fighting for the sunshine itself, literally. The loser here will have cloudy skies for the rest of the year. Did you know that? Fun fact. Not so fun fact.
I did not know that. I
Yeah.
did not know that. That's interesting.
They're fighting for the literal clouds in Florida.
Oh, wow. They're fighting to not have the clouds or fighting for the clouds. No, I get what you're saying. This is going to be a bitter battle between these two teams. This is going to be a great game.
It's a nastier rivalry than me and Dimwee, and ours is nasty. So this is going to be brutal.
I guarantee it's going to come down to the wire. Get your predictions in. I'll kick it to you guys in the booth. Sounds like both teams are ready and up. We're back to the center line as we come out for the first neutral joust of this game between the Laser Sharks and the Cyclones. Let it spin.
The most metal game of the season.
Metal.
Because it's brutal. Get it? Uh-oh. Headbutt there. Jaywalker had it. Loses it. Near side. Stack picks it up. Captain Will sends it through that tube. It's into the bubble here. Uncontested only for a moment. The Jukes. Game. The man himself will get the first goal of the game. 12 seconds in.
Very quick score and opening with some speed and some statements off of said speed. Game, in some matches, you'll see him actually kind of warm up into his offense in the sense that he starts off being very much more of an assister than the scorer. But obviously also one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant scorers in the league, in any league, when you give him opportunities.
And now set up here, Jaywalker to Andy W on the far side. And that stack active, though they get themselves split up here. Venom in his spot. Backs one out to Jaywalker. Oh, pocket pick cleanly by Game. He'll send that one out. Is that going to be on? No, off of the barrier there and then down to the floor into the trench. Jaywalker in the area. We'll try to duck, but he was already at the floor. Loses it to Rosie Hope. Loses the handle on it. Game, though, a pickup sends it in. Venom, though, gets in that lane, turns it around. We'll send it through mid. They're going to have to stack after this one. Both teams trying to get their stacks together. I see a blue stack getting together first. They will get there first. Will be picked up by Venom here on the near side and loses it. Did not see who got the grab. That was Game, actually, shaking it loose with Jaywalker. We'll move on to the near side and then back this one out to Andy W on the back line. Andy W once again setting up on the offense here for the Florida Laser Sharks. Sending it up. Jaywalker sends it across. Platypus. Yeah, the goal. The Venom cannot find the lane. We'll set up a Platypus, but gives it away. Rosie up in the bubble. We'll get it picked off and set away.
Oh, what nice defense coming in there from the Cyclones. Have to do it again, though, as they will recycle into the bubble. Jaywalker just trying to decline Captain Will's attempts at nabbing that disc, and does shake some loose, and now they'll have some numbers. Recovers, passes over, anchors down, throws it right through Rosie for the first 2.
Yeah, Rosie, even Jaywalker getting an assist on Rosie tactical. Unfortunate there for Rosie. But Jaywalker, fortunate for him, he gets that one in. Oh my goodness, I'm messing up on my buttons. Game with it there.
You Morse coded it.
I know, and then I coughed into the mic. Andy W. all just off the post. But A Platypus will collect and put it in for the 2. They've got the lead.
No remorse in his code. Platypus with a putback.
There, you guys missed it in the chat, but Shaw said they are both playing for the coveted Florida Man tank top. Yeah, I love that. Yes.
It was white, now yellow. Okay, we'll set this one out. Captain Will, open goal goes wide. Can't be missing those in this brawl of a game. And Platypus will get this one picked up. Captain Will stunned out. That's why. Jaywalker looks for the clear. Does not quite. It wasn't a clean clear. Rosie up is able to get that one collected off of those bounces, and Captain Will handles it at his own bow tie. It's very aggressive stack here. Gets broken up. That's Platypus and Venom. They broke themselves up and then are back into the play. Actually, back on defense is Acorn. We'll set this one back to Captain Will on the back line. It will just go. Jaywalker gets a clean steal. Captain Will gets it back and hands it off to Rosie.
What a nasty move by Captain Will there. That was aggressive as ever as Acorn there being aggressed, and Andy, well, addresses it perfectly with a great save down the field, and Platypus now slapping it as the stacks fly through. Trouble on the read, a little awkward bounce as Jaywalker does recover, but they still have some numbers if they push this now. Down the floor to Platypus, has Venom trying to assault Rosie, but Rosie saying nope. And Platypus saying, oh, nope, at least the ding ring. As it's declined, it's found, and Venom throws it down.
Venom will get his team's 3rd goal here. And right now, see, the first goal was, who sent that first one in? Was it Andy? But Rosie got, no, Jaywalker. It was Jay. So right now, Andy, the only player, the next goal will be from Andy for the Laser Sharks. That's how these things work. As Orlando Cyclones come out on the...
bingo, right? You told me about the bingo thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're looking for bingo. As Jaywalker move it in. Pocket pick cleanly by Captain Will. Gets that one cleared out. They're going to stack out. Oh, uncontested here. Open goal. Game will not miss. They're back within 1.
Open goal, but not for long. But hey, 18 meters, second throw gets it before the defense is able to recover indeed. And man, just devastating. I think when it comes to a game, whichever teams he's on, whichever leagues, he's one of the most punishing players, I'd say. If that disc is turned over because of his brilliance on finishing as well as stacking, really, really good with stacks. He will definitely punish every single open goal and loose disc.
A nice sequence here from the Laser Sharks all the way to the bubble. Whoa, Andy W. Oh my God, I did.
Dang, Dimwee, you're on a winning streak tonight. And guess what? With that, Andy, Venom, Platypus all have 2 points. That is 2-2-2. How about that?
Some people want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know. There's some off here near side. Yeah, game across Captain Will. Shout out to Ye. Jesus, Captain Will back to Rosie Hope, who will juke around here. Oh no, give away. Jaywalker, no way is that in. Goes a bit high, but it will be a beautiful setup if they get a stack there. Andy W stunned out. But in the past, that was weird. He was stunned out by a time machine. Off to the inside of the post. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. 3-point lead currently the Laser Sharks. They maintain possession right now with Platypus on the backline. Game aggressing. It's 3 in the bubble. Actually, a very aggressive defense here from the Cyclones. 2 out of the bubble. Andy W looking to bring this one in. Off the backboard, but it will be grabbed by Captain Will. Oh. Wow.
Oh, man. First of all, good save by Captain, because that was in the opposite pocket to where he was first positioned. Really had to stretch out. But then the disc getting loose in a multitude of brawls, and Venom for the second time in this match now able to put it away off a loose disc.
and now game to Rosie here. Oh no, Rosie lost her tracking there. Platypus takes takes advantage of that and is able to pick that one off and sends it up. It will be recollected here by game, I think, because my indicator is showing me everybody has a disc right now. As Captain Will handles it here on the near side. Has one across, two behind. The two behind will stack up here. One gets through, and that is game. We'll get that one collected there. Game got through and sends it up to Captain Will. Captain Will has one across. Look for Acorn. What a weave of a pass there. They get it in. They're back with a two off of Acorn.
Beautifully done. An interesting timeout here now taken. Rarely seen this season, just in general, but they will decide to discuss it over or maybe reset. Not sure which of the reasons, if it's tech or strategy wise, but either way, we have got a close game here. We can see why, despite the Cyclones being dominant for these 2 seasons, by and large, Florida Laser Sharks, they currently have a lead. Really is one of those cases where just the matchups, it seems like Laser Sharks are just one of those teams.
Yeah. So we're almost to the end of the first quarter here.
I mean, as advertised, at a very aggressive and physical game between both these teams. Laser Sharks edging out in front with a 3-point lead, but a well-played timeout. Like, yeah. I mean, it's aggressive. Like, I'm just enjoying it right now. I don't have much to say. I'm just enjoying watching these two teams just beat each other to death.
Yeah.
To walk away with this W.
I don't know for sure, but I'm still going to give partial credit. I'm going to assume, and maybe it's wrong of me to assume, because you know what they say about it. I bet you Vacant had some part in that timeout being initiated. I'm just saying. I bet.
Dude, I love it. I love the fact that timeouts are becoming kind of more regular here in these games, because they're so crucial for just momentum changes and getting back on the horse here from a tactical point. Back to you guys.
And Vacant, we know you're watching. Is Powder right? As Jaywalker sends up an Acorn across. Rosie Hope. Or rather, how right is Palador? As Rosie Hope sends that one in, it will be game stunned out, so not able to receive that pass. Acorn will send it back across Rosie. Oh, what a juke there from Rosie. Acorn, game again stunned out as he receives that pass. Acorn back to Rosie Up. Will they go again? No. This time, they have to activate Captain Will. Not able to connect on that shot. Rosie Up stuns out, gets into the game. Third time's the charm. They get it in for the 2. And that will end the first quarter here, 10-9, in favor of the Florida Laser Sharks. As we go into this our final first intermission of the evening. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
And we are back, rolling right into the second quarter. We are back with Thunderdome. It's the Cyclones versus the Laser Sharks. It's an all-out grudge match. It's a melee. Throwing bows. Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, thank you, Dale's first joust here will be taken by Laser Sharks or Venom. That first quarter, game 7 assists, rebound here by Acorn. 7 points, no assist. Just being aggressive here. And likewise, a nice attempt, although a bit soft, made it easy on the recovery. I mean, we have a close game, and I think it's just going to continue this trend now with these two teams. They're battling.
Yeah, they really are. Game got a grab there in that lane. That was a no-look 180 toss there from Jaywalker. No, this one's sent in
which
here.
He does.
Which he does. That was not just ease. That's kind of a move of his. rather. Into the Laser Shark zone. Opportunity here. The Acorn will hit it. That is your first goal here of the second quarter. And that will give the Cyclones the lead 11-10.
Oh, the goalkeeper there watching helplessly as it floated on in softly, because the stun was good, but the momentum just carried it right through. With that, a lead, 1 point lead, that is, for the Cyclones. And back into the driver's seat on offense, Andy QBing. Just trying to maneuver around this stack who do get split up just briefly.
And Andy into that far side too. Platypus. Platypus back in the hands of Jaywalker. He'll juke his way around here. Game attacking Jaywalker. Jaywalker actually got the stun off on Game, and Andy W. stun that one up to Jay. Jay down to the floor. Ooh, looking for Venom. Instead off of the root block. It will be loose here. Captain Will. Good slap back to that back line. But in the hands of Jaywalker. Open goal! Oh, off the inside of the post. That is a heartbreaker as Platypus picks it up, and it will be collected by Rosio as the Cyclones turn this one around.
Like you were saying earlier on in that first quarter, off of one of the misses from the Cyclones. Here for the Laser Sharks, you can't afford to miss them, those open ones, even as tough as they were, because, like I said, these teams are so good with punishing, and they seemingly make so few mistakes where they don't have open goal opportunities. You need to make the most of them.
Ooh. That one's got a long three. Jaywalker, though, will finish it off. And with that one, the Laser Sharks will retake a 1 point lead. Was that Jay's first goal of the game? I think it was. It was.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sorry, just a little. It's not typical.
Everyone now on the scoreboard for Laser Sharks with a
Indeed.
few points. Yeah. And for the Cyclones, just 2 of the 4 players currently with scores, but it's enough to be right within 1 point.
Well, opportunity here in the bubble. Oh, shot there goes wide. And out here, Captain Will loses it to Venom. Nice stuff there. As Venom will send this one out. That looks odd. Is that on? I don't know. Shane's not going to let it happen.
I think it was.
It may have been. That may have rivaled Oculizer's shot from earlier today in that first game this evening. That was at 53 meters. He hit straight on, no bounces.
Yeah.
Not even off the backboard. I mean, it was just filthy. Venom was looking for one of his own, but instead, not going to happen. Game there, and that's kind of the thing with the stacks in this game. You might think you have a long open shot, but you never really do. As Acorn stop there by Andy.
Yeah, great stop there. Might have had the pass back to Rosie on the cut. Tough angle to take it from, and so now they'll be punished for it. And they floor it on the stacks. 1 minute in, and a 3-point lead coming in for Laser Sharks there. Quick thing, Dimwee. I've been kind of on taking L's tonight against you, it seems like. I'm just going to try one more time here. Rosie is 1 score away from having her bingo. She's going to score next. I'm going to be right this time.
Everybody, make sure you noted that. Just kidding. Just kidding. Mercy Hope. Let's send this one down. Game gets it across. Captain Will. Back across into the hands of Acorn. A shot there. Jaywalker was listening to the stream and said, nope, I'm saving this one for Palador. And Jay will send this one. Yes, he does. Jaywalker sends that one out. We'll take an ugly bounce there, though, to the near side. Will be collected by Game. His Game will turn this one around. Rosie up with it. Ooh, that stack. Bonked their heads. Got away from Rosie as Captain Will now. Sums it up nice. That was a phenomenal read there by Game. That had to be communication, but Game's reaction was spectacular. It's Jaywalker, another interception, sends that one out. That's going to be a good bounce there. That's a flat bounce. They've got players in the area. They do. Platypus stunned out last moment. That disc is loose and will be collected by Acorn again here by the Cyclones. Currently down by 3 with 3 minutes to go here in the half.
We've seen Platypus be forced into a couple of those bounce shots, and both of them have went that way. Good job by the defense, aggressing fast enough to not let him get a better angle, a more direct angle, as Captain Will now tries to find the angle to Game. Game here looking to assist Rosie, no doubt, over at the side wall as he just backs down and waiting for the positioning to unfurl, as he does, managing this ship.
Game sets up Rosie. Ooh, close. Just wide of the goal. And off of the near side wall. Less than 3 minutes ago, this one set into the Cyclone zone, but it will be Acorn there on the back line with the Captain Will stack. As they send that one in, Rosie up with it. Rosie setting up Game. Game with it near side. Looking at a 1v1. Hits it for the 3. Game will get it. Rosie gets the assist. They've tied it up 14-14.
Today I learned Rosie hates Palador. I take another L, and this was my own fault because I brought it on myself. But it's a tied-up game, and that in itself is a win here on the casting end of things. Very entertaining.
Entertaining indeed. As 2 minutes to go here in the half. Tie game. Jay Walker with it. We'll send it back to Andy here. Andy sunned up, but still gets that pass off to Platypus. Platypus, long heave in. We'll take an ugly bounce there. Venom's in the air. He gets a slap. That's it. They've got the lead again.
Hey, look, Venom has just been in the right place, right time, positioned well. Whether in that one off of a bouncer off the floor or the other four of his 6 points, the other 4 of his 6 points. Same kind of thing where the disc was kind of loose off of some chaotic play, and he was able to secure it right in front of the goal, right about the same spots too. So just putting himself in position for success, as Andy does the same now. I will just miss the goal.
I wanted it just as bad as he did. Well, maybe not quite. As Jay Walker will tap it in. And that puts the Laser Sharks up by 4 here in the half. I've been messing up here. But yeah, minute 20. They're going to have less than a minute 20 on the clock when they come out of the tubes here. Actually, right about 1:15, just about. Yeah, the Florida Laser Sharks are still maintaining this lead. In the half, Laser Sharks really, they're only an assist from Jay Walker and then a save from Venom. Oh my goodness. That almost goes in off the corner there. You got to hate those shots, Powder, where you take a long one like that, and it goes just off the barrier. And then, Venom! Oof. But Acorn will pick that one up, sends it out through that far side tube. Cap Will bonks his head. Where's Yope? There it is. She does get that one in, and they are back within 2.
Palador, why didn't you bet on that one? That was it. That was your moment.
You know, my moments have been few and far between tonight. Most of them have been terrible. This rivalry between Dibby and I continues to burn hot.
The number 1 rule of gambling: double up to catch up.
I don't listen. Y'all don't listen to Nails. Do not listen to Nails.
This message not sponsored by.
I heavily encourage you to now look up the gambler's fallacy. It's literally a thing. Jay Walker says this one back. The Platypus on the back line. 10 seconds to go here as they heave that one in. Oh my goodness. Good collection there. Acorn. He'll turn that one around and find its way to that far side too. Will they get one more shot? Not quite. 18-16 going into the half. This one is looking to be about as close as the last one. And we'll go into this extended intermission, and we will see you on the other side.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
And don't forget, all season long, Nepa will be issuing NFTs to anyone who shows up to the live broadcast and fills out the claim form with the secret password. The form can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. Each week, we'll be highlighting the different franchise as the NFT logo. Show up each week and collect all 16 teams. The more you collect, the more potential rewards you can unlock. The deadline to submit that claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, September 4th. And this week's secret password is week 13. Don't forget to get those in. You can win a bunch of great prizes, including an hour of personal in-arena time with one of our pros, AAA players, or pro or AAA players in the arena to work on whatever you want. You want to work on Kung shots, you got it. You want to work on cloud shots, you got it. You just want to sit around and just hang out and talk about how bad Nails is on air, you can do that too. For an hour, we're giving those away when you claim those POAPs and you get into the drawings. And speaking of as well, don't forget to go check out the Red Bull Gaming sites on Twitter, as well as YouTube. We have two of the players that were on that Red Bull Gaming interview, Jay Walker and Venom, here in the arena. And we got Rocks Titan there as well. He was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still there, but all three of those players were interviewed by Red Bull Gaming. And I forget the name of the dude who interviewed him, but he had a really funny name. Regardless, go check it out. You can find it on Twitter and YouTube. And it was really cool because that dude had never really checked out Echo before. And they took him through the whole workup and he loved it. By the end of the interview, he was raving about it. And it was just really cool to see somebody fall in love with Echo the way the rest of us have fallen in love with Echo. So go check that out. Two of the players here in the arena putting on a show for us tonight as well from that broadcast. And with that, welcome back to the halftime report brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. They're the biggest. And speaking of big, this game is huge for both of these teams, and it has turned into the world's greatest grudge match. We're rolling in from halftime 16-18 with the Laser Sharks in a 2-point lead. Fellas, Palador, do some of that analysis thing where you like analyze the stuff that you see on the screen with the numbers and the things.
I was trying to break down what you were saying a minute ago. I think that interviewer's name was Sir Dimwee, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dimwee. You're in Red Bull Gaming? Dimwee's in Red Bull Gaming?
I knew it!
I mean, that would be nice.
Banana Bowl. Anyway.
Banana.
I really wanted to say it. I was kind of upset when you remembered. But anyway.
I disappoint people regularly, so don't feel bad.
Oh, no. Double downing on the tragedy here. Anyway, so for the first half, honestly, full team effort. Can't point out too much in the way of one person carrying. I mean, you talk about offense, everyone has between 1 and 3 goals. 4 points, Jay, Andy with 2, Venom with 6, Platypus with 4. 3 out of the 4 players with assists. You have Jay getting 3 saves there, again, as he does. So everyone, in a lower scoring effort all around, but just it's consistent, and that's kind of what you need, I feel like, especially against a team like the Cyclones, who, they are strong, if not dominant, against majority of the teams, majority of the time, historically speaking. And you really need to rely on, hot hands here and there are nice, but you have to have all 4 players really locked down and engaged, I think, to take on this team, and successfully, like the Laser Sharks have continually done.
And with a team like the Cyclones rolling in, who's typically a fourth quarter team, right, or a fourth quarter game, as it were,
right,
that really start to kind of shine in the second half of the match. What do the Laser Sharks have to be ready for, other than that, obviously, but where do they need to kind of step their game up to be ready for that as we roll into the second half?
I'll give that one to Dimwee, because we are launching off here. I just think game. That's all I'll say.
Be ready for the game. There you have it. Back to you guys.
Oh, yeah. It's not just game. Basically, you have to engage the other players enough to give game a little bit extra space. Because when he gets that little bit of space, that's like giving someone an entire, half of the arena to work with. That doesn't work. Venom does not take advantage. Will be collected by Captain Will, sending it out through the near side. It is 18-16 in favor of the Florida Laser Sharks, currently with a 2-point lead. They regain possession. There's Platypus over to Andy W. Andy W. to Jay Walker, who will hit that one for the 2. They are up by 4.
That was a rocket of a pass, and what a finish as well from that upwards angle. That was impressive. What a way to start on the first couple of points.
So less than a minute into this third quarter, the second half, Jay Walker gets that first goal. And Laser Sharks go up by 2 goals for 4 points game in this ace play formation. Send that one out. The stack is in, but it will be Platypus with the read. And the interception sends it up, trying to find Andy W. far side. Venom gets there. Venom slaps it to Andy. Andy there will set it out. Takes a couple bounces and into the bubble. And off of the floor here, though, Captain Will there first for the Cyclones to collect the game with the far side, sending it near side. Whereas the sending it through mid as they get that one cleared out we'll get a proper stack race for it probably, or Acorn will just get there uncontested. They've got some numbers here, but we'll be defense with the turnover. Andy W with the clear.
Yeah, and he's been doing very well getting his hands on that disc inside the goal as well as in that midfield. Gets back and offers opportunity for the goal.
Oh, wow.
Jays ain't gonna miss it, and not this time around at least. He had one miss earlier, and consistent as anyone else. We talk about games consistency at punishing open goals. Jay is right there with him. 9 points now after going scoreless in the first quarter, I believe it was. Turning it up now in the third.
Yeah, Jay getting 2 in a row for the Laser Sharks. It was, excuse me, Rosie, who got that the final goal of that second half, or the first half, as Jay Walker picks that one off. Looking to get it a platypus, but that stack gets there. Rosie up. Turns that one around. Captain Will in the area, not actually going to get there first. Will instead be game long shot. Beautiful, 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 beautiful goal. That's good for a 3. They're back within 4.
There it goes again. Open goal, gets punished. Talking about these players, it's what they do. Just kind of warm-up drills when you have an open goal like that.
Excuse me. Laser Sharks, shouts advantage. 4-point advantage. Points advantage. Jay Walker juking around. That stack gets broken up. Jukes around Game and then sends it off in the hands of Captain Will. Captain Will hits Game there. Game will send it back. Rosie up here. Defense returns. Platypus out of the bubble. So is Jay Walker. Jay Walker, though, returning. Send across to the far side. As the offense will back up a little bit. They recognize there's not enough room in the bubble there. Game stunned out, got a little aggressive. Laser Sharks will score that turnover, set out. Oh, the bounce. Stack's not able to read it. It's down to the floor. Platypus collects on it. As Jay Walker in the bubble goes to Jay Walker. Jay Walker, 1 at the goal, will go behind, and Andy W will force it in for the 2, and they are back up by 6.
A great way to fan the floor fast. Once the stacks all got back into the bubble, really for both sides, the Laser Sharks just made sure not to wait too long to allow them to get fully set into what they wanted to execute defensively. Found each pass they wanted in quick succession, and with that, they are indeed in success right now with a 6-point lead, and even some more sturdy defense here trying to cause this turnover again, or at least get back into goal.
And Game has that one there, far side, Rosie up, stunned out in the bubble. Game trying to sneak one in. Venom says no. He reads that and sends it out. I can tell you that is a very hard shot to stop. It might Venom may have just made it look a little easy. That's because Venom is that good. Game his shots, even when they're head on, Palador, you probably know firsthand that his shots are not like a normal shot. They are hard to stop, even when you know they're coming.
Oh yeah, it's a very intimidating shot to go against because you know it could absolutely come in from any angle. You always have to be prepared. That's been kind of the claim to players like Game, where it's just anywhere on the floor, it's always a scoring threat.
Always is Andy W. Sinks that one for a 3. The Laser Sharks have pulled away by 9 points here in the third. Let's see. Basically, 3, 5, 7. They were up by 2 coming in. They get Jay has a 2 and a 3. Andy with a 2 and a 3. Game, the only player on the Cyclones to score here in the third quarter, and he has a 3 on the board. Uh-oh, that disc is loose there. Venom picks it up, although stunned out, loses it here. But they get a stack in. Jay Walker with it, contested by Game. Game will get a turnaround. And there to Acorn. Acorn sends it. Defense is boosting in. That shot is low, but may have been on its way in from that bounce. And Platypus will turn this one around for the Laser Sharks, who gives it away to Game. Their Game has his entire team with him in the bubble. They have the numbers. They're going to attack. They get another one on. They're back within 7.
And you can just see that offense at work once more. A very brisk 18 meters per second, but also dinged right as it went in. But again, with a purpose, just that placement there to keep it at the extremities and to keep the goalkeepers constantly just guessing where and when it's going to come out, that shot.
Platypus handles that one far side, sends it near side. Venom. And a way to use the level design here to stay away from those stacks. Oh, that's certainly, yes. I know something Venom likes to do in designing when he designs his plays. Is Jay Walker hits a long one. What was that?
Man, at first I thought, okay, Platypus may have missed out on a potential open opportunity as both defenders in the bubble had kind of left to get in his zone. Just a handoff to Jay Walker and immediately recognized that situation exactly. If he had fired that off a 10th of a second later, I don't think it would have gone in. But he saw that open window and made the most out of it.
And yeah, that was the Cyclones clumped up a bit there. That's why that lane was wide open. The 3 players attacked that 1 player moving in his game. Angrily takes that shot. Will be off the post and to the far side. Captain Will with it. Minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Game sets up Rosie.
What's that?
Oh, what a save by Andy W. We'll send that one out to the to mid. Excuse me, as they slap that one through.
Andy having himself quite a game here so far. You know, getting his, I would say, start at Neko as more of an offensive player. That's a little low on the shot here. Rosie cleans up. Oh, but just misses the goal. But Andy here with a big stat line, 7 points, 3 assists, 2 saves, a steal, and 21 stuns. Really putting on some work to get this 10-point lead.
Game, bringing it in. No, wait. That dude
Yes,
just went 1v4 against a team that's up on his team by 10 and got the points.
Yeah, and you know, maybe part of that, a little bit of the frustration coming out, potentially. You know, Game is probably one of the most competitive players in Echo, and you know, does not want to go down without a fight. Doesn't want to go into the fourth quarter down by double digits. So trying to his most to just clean up and start scoring in as much as they can. So he has 17 points, but the next highest scorer on the team, Acorn at 4, Rosie with 2.
Captain Will sends that one up. Game with it. Game back. Oh, Jaywalker was already in that lane. That was a dangerous pass. And Jaywalker will look to send that one out. They have all 3 of their players in the area. They all stack in, but it will be another turnover there. 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This one sent into the Laser Shark zone here. 5 seconds. Only time enough for maybe one more shot here as it takes everybody way too long to get their game. Will send that one up, but stunned out. That will end the third quarter. 31-23 in favor of the Laser Sharks as we go into our final intermission of the evening. We will be right back.
Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for.
Focus.
And we are back, coming back with the Octagon, the Grudge match, the Thriller, and the VR Manila. Laser Sharks versus Cyclones. 8-point lead. Back to you guys. Final quarter. Let's do it.
Right now, Cyclones are in a familiar and an uncomfortably familiar position, it seems like, Dimwee. Down by near double digits, 8 points there. They need some scores, and they need to open up, well, the right way, with a 3 right away. Acorn airborne.
Yeah, Acorn hits that 3, brings it back with a 5, just like that. 8 seconds. We're not even halfway. We're not even 30 seconds into this fourth quarter, excuse me. The Laser Sharks already probably feeling a little bit on their back foot despite their 5-point lead here. They come out 7.5 minutes still to go in this game. As a quick pass here to the Valley. Jaywalker through to Platypus. Lock shot at the empty goal. Hits a post. Venom gets it. Looking at a 1v2. Will duck one. Sets up the cut pass. Platypus. They're back up by 7.
The consistent theme of the Laser Sharks tonight, from beginning to now, almost end now, the team play, the well-rounded work from everybody putting in, again, points, assists, saves, what have you. Everyone's doing a bit of everything here. And Venom, as much as anyone, I think, has been really doing well to clean up on loose disc and either find points himself or assist like he did with Platypus just there.
Rosie up here at mid, sends this one through. Just over a minute off the clock. Oh, off the mark. Will be a turnover here as Florida Laser Sharks send it through the near side too. Platypus sends it in. We'll take a careening bouncer, and Jaywalker hits it. 9-point lead. A quick return here from the Laser Sharks.
Yeah, that first 3 from Acorn put them back within 5, but then a quick response of a couple quick goals coming right back from Jay and Platypus on that last one. So they're right back at a nice little buffer. 6 minutes left. Anything could happen, but the Cyclones really need someone else to turn on those afterburners now going into the late game.
Capital will try to get that one in off the ceiling. Game, though, still gets that picked up. Ducking, hopping rather. As Acorn stunned out. Jaywalker didn't even realize he got the stun. Had to get back there to pick the disc up. Sends that one through. This one all the way down to the bubble. Jaywalker there to pick up his own clear in. Oh, what a stop, Captain Will. That was disgusting. Jaywalker had all the jukes, had all the moves, but still was not able to beat the captain of the Will. Yeah, I said it. Game with it now. What a stop, Platypus.
Wow, we are seeing tremendous defensive play at work. Intensity here now in the midfield as Jaywalker captures the disc, sends it over, recovers. There's Platypus, the open walk-in goal. And they're now up, indeed, by double digits with only 5.5 left, which is a lot, but so is having a double-digit lead against the Cyclones in itself at any point in any game.
Well, I was just saying, does the goal have any business being that large?
I don't know. If you get into one of those games where there's a million dings, and I mean, maybe earlier too, then you say maybe.
Well, then there's few, but there's just as many more. There's fewer because you know what I mean. It's also, anyways, it'll just go wide. I want the so far side trap.
Let's make it a moving goal from now.
I want smaller goals. I want smaller goals. I really do.
Moving circular goal. It'd be like one of those basketball arcade games.
Oh, I feel like a circular goal will cause all sorts of problems.
Spoken like a true hockey fan. I want a smaller goal.
Give the goalies more pads. As Captain Will doesn't need any pads. We'll get that one picked off, sends it out through the tube. They've got it stacked out. Rosie Hope with it. They're currently down by 11. Rosie Hope ducks down to the floor. We'll get this one to Game. Their Game backing it up to Captain Will on the back line. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Captain Will pushes off the Geo, moving on up. Captain Will sends it across. Rosie Hope, Game cutting in. Game is red. He still gets it anyways. They're back with a 9.
Well, you know what was red, but that pass was also well read. Rosie had placed it in the right spot where Game had the finish. If it was caught, say, a couple feet behind him, where he'd have to make any kinds of adjustments to get into his shot, yeah, he probably would have been stunned or stuffed or otherwise. But because it was in the perfect place, he just had to go in one natural motion right to the rim.
Jaywalker here near side tube. Venom sees the open goal, but it's not open for long enough. Acorn gets into that lane and turns that one around. Acorn sends that out, but will be in the hands of Andy W. Andy W. turns it right back around. That's Platypus, open goal, sends it, goes high and wide. Does have Jaywalker getting there first, sends that one in behind the goal. Will be off the post. 3:25 on the clock. Collected by Venom. The Venom stunned out. Captain Will gets the pickup. Down by 9 are the Cyclones. They just regained possession there off that turnover. Acorn down to the floor. Will be Game with the pickup. Game looking to send this one out. As Rosie up at mid. They are stacked up. Chasing this one down. Picked up by Acorn. The shot is stopped by Venom. But Acorn gets it back and puts it in. They're within 7.
And Venom being stunned there after a brilliant save and almost got the headbutt as well. So attempting to do all the things that it could without the arms even off of the stuns. Really putting in work, but again, just that number situation not playing out the right way. They're holding on to the lead, but narrowly. I mean, we are 1 turnover and 1-3 away from this being a very, very interesting finish.
Game loses that one to Jaywalker. Jaywalker turning it around. That was a really important steal there by Jay for his team. The Laser Shark, excuse me, as Jaywalker stunned out, gets it, but still gets it to Platypus. Shot off the backboard and out of the bubble. Venom trying to get there on the far side. Has to contest with Game. Game gets the stun and the disc. Oh, but that stack answers quickly. They've got numbers right now. The defense returning. Is it in time? Oh, my goodness. What a stop by Rosie Hope in the goal as Game turns that one around. Tries to get that one out to that far side, too. Collected by Acorn. Acorn walk shot. Is it on the money? And it's, look at the bullseye. They're within 4.
Acorn absolutely nutty, appropriately, from 5 points now, a disadvantage, but this could be momentum advantage based off that. They're at 2-minute warning, and they are right within an arm's distance of maybe achieving a comeback here if the Laser Sharks cannot clutch up on defense. And for that matter, on offense, they lose control again.
Oh, no. Game, he loses it to Platypus. Platypus into that far side tube. They're going to have to track it down. Venom there cannot get to it in time. He's going to have to contend with the stack here. Venom does get it. Stack is back in the bubble. That's game there as Captain Will attacks Venom. Venom up to Andy. Andy takes a shot off the post. That one will be out of the bubble. Collected by Platypus there. Far side, Platypus, Venom. Venom looking for a cut. No, takes a shot. Rosio breathes it, sends it out. Will be collected by Acorn. Acorn looking for that clear. Does get it into the tube. And now through the tube. Captain Will, uncontested open goal, sends a shot. Will be collected by Venom off of that stack. Beautiful stop there by Venom. They're stunned out, sends it across. Rosio not able to get a grab, actually gets it off the bounce, sends it back up, and a good reset. Acorn has to track it down, but still, that stack has to get that stop. They weren't accurate enough. Captain Will taking a scoop there. Game with the pickup, game stunned out. Platypus with the recovery. We got 52 seconds, Palador.
Oh, that was a crucial stun on game there to dislodge this disc. And Jaywalker finds it, and now rewinds it. We are seeing a repeat of history potentially on the cusp. 40 seconds left, and a 6-point advantage. There is almost no time.
26 seconds. Yeah, they basically have 6 seconds to score 2 threes. I don't know about that. As we're going to come out here, 25 seconds on the clock, a headbutt here from the Cyclones. The only play they can run with in that situation, and we will hit the point of no return. The Florida Laser Sharks will get this victory over the Cyclones here in 4 quarters, waiting for a final score as this one gets sent out. Andy W back in here, 9 seconds on the clock. Jaywalker a scoop, and there's a Platypus. Platypus, they want one more. They will get one more. And they will end it 41-33.
How about it? My goodness. Like I said, rewind, and we are back into Laser Sharks here, just showing that they are ready and prepared to take that Florida Man tank.
They want it. They want the Florida Man tank, and they have earned it. And with this game finishing up, 8-point difference, but I mean, really a close game the entire 4 quarters. And wow, with that, the Laser Sharks have secured their spot to be tied for the number 2 position, now only with the Austin Burners. Only with the Austin Burners here in the Eastern Conference. And like, you can't ask for much more than that. Now they're just waiting on the Austin Burners. Depending on what happens with the Burners Burners game here later this week, could potentially secure themselves a spot there with the playoff berth. So, a hard-fought game. I mean, I wanted to scream, "This is Nepa" at some point, but I didn't get the chance. So, just imagine I said it. But rolling into this, I mean, looking at the stuns, like, as expected, I mean, every single player with at least 30 stuns, like, just aggressive. Rosie Hope looks like we didn't get her stats as well, but it was a brawler of a game for every single player in the arena. But the Laser Sharks coming out on top. Palador, over to you. What did you see? Who do you think is the stunt man? And what was the biggest thing that stood out for you during this game?
At some point, I am going to demand that I have an option to decline, because in a game like this, yes. Look, the pressure, the anxiety, you literally caused me to focus. I'm just letting you know. Anyways, I will give it, in this case, I will say Jaywalker does have the stats to give me reason to at least say to be comfortable with this one. But honestly, it's not even by that much. I said it in the very first quarter. I said it after the second quarter. I said it going into the third quarter. I'll say it now that we've ended the game. That was a team game through and through. Jaywalker, captain, most points there, most stuns, and nice stats everywhere else as well. But like, literally look at it. Look, there's no zeros.
Yeah.
Everyone put in multiple points. No one put in a ridiculous amount, but everyone put in a good amount, a nice amount. Multiple goals for every player on this team. Multiple assists for every player on this team. Multiple saves, steals. Like, that was a team win, flat out. Wonderfully done. Jaywalker gets my vote, but technicalities, honestly. because of this rude team who just loves me, getting me stressed.
I mean, that's fair. And that is, I mean, what we've seen every single time. That's how you take down a team like the Cyclones. It has to be an entire team effort. You cannot play one player and have them just run up the score. Every single player has to be a threat. And I think the Laser Sharks, for their part, have figured that out time and time again. here in the arena. Something happens regardless of how they do against other teams. When they get in the arena with the Cyclones, it's like a switch flips, and they know exactly what they need to do to take down this team, and they have done it every single time they've played them here this series and last series, walking away here with W's across the board here for the season against the Laser Sharks. Dimwee, who do you got? And any just general contributing words you have?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna both disagree and agree.
Ooh,
at the same time.
This will be good. This will be good.
So, I'm utterly surprised by Game's point. He didn't get. I did the math. He didn't get disconnected. He only scored 2 points in this game, and that's why. So, in that situation,
no, definitely not.
Definitely not.
I think stats are. Yeah, I've been taking the. Oh yeah, so the stats on the thing are.
It adds
for some
up.
reason. No, I've been. Stats must be wrong because I've taken literal screenshots. Now game finished with 19 points, 3 assists, 3 saves, 4 steals.
That doesn't seem right. That is
Yeah, it looks like his line and Captain Will's line got
Is
swapped.
that it? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think him and Captain Will's lines got swapped.
Oh yeah,
that makes a lot more sense.
That's there you go.
That makes a lot more sense. Because what I noticed tonight was it was Jaywalker versus Game like all night. The two of them were butting heads all night. I think it came down to I think Jaywalker was man marking Game. Because I mean it makes sense to do that when you're. It's not always the case that you want to put your best player against their best player, but sometimes it is the case that you want to put your best player against the best player in the game.
Well, and who knows? And who's going to know Game better than Jay, perhaps?
Exactly.
You know, from all their history. So.
Exactly. So I think that contributed to, obviously Game was not shut down. He had 19 points. But it also why Jaywalker maybe not score. So that's ultimately what makes it the team game is that Game is tied down by Jaywalker. And that allows everyone else to kind of play the even field game. And so when I say I disagree and agree, I agree Jaywalker MVP. But I think it's a proper stuntman award to Jaywalker in that his effectiveness is almost what allows his team the space and the room to move on the field when they're playing against a caliber team of the caliber of team that the Cyclones are.
Yeah, and every single player. I mean, we saw a lot down there in the mini map. Like the Cyclones were doing everything they could to tie up those stacks for the Florida Laser Sharks, but they were still getting away to stop those long threes to get back and give the defense enough time to get the rest of the stacks back in the bubble and just playing their hearts out aggressively and harassing the defense just to give themselves time to get back there and mount a proper defense, which is something that Cyclones, I don't think ever, most of the game were not able to make happen. So if we could get the Stuntman award to the entire team of Laser Sharks, sure. But to your guys both end, I totally agree. Jay Walker there as the captain and holding down Game to allow the team to move around. Jay Walker, Stuntman Award goes to you for tonight, brought to you by Holtzauer Auto Motorsports. Well done. And if you guys made it for that grudge match, that was awesome. We saw some great games tonight. Don't forget, we will be back tomorrow. We've got the AAA matchup, second round for Week 13. We've got the Vancouver Lightning versus Mulberry Reverb, followed by the Charlotte Smoke versus Daytona Tide. Then to finish off the night, the Frisco Dragons versus New Haven Ninjas. You're not going to want to miss it. You can find all that action here on Nepa TV. I am Nails. That is Sir Dimwee. That is Palador. And we've got to focus on the cams. Thank you for joining us for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for, I'm going to go lay down and probably take a couple of Valium because my heart is exploding right now with all the action I've seen tonight on Nepa. Also, I'm going to make some poorly placed bets, as we found out, double up to catch up.
Hey, you have to have channel points left to make bets. So
hey, man, I won a couple off of that one, so no big deal. Daddy's back in it. Woo!
Just keep doubling down. You'll be back in no time.
Yeah, now you just after you won at that one, now you just go to another table. You start the whole process all over again in the casino. I mean, it's a foolproof plan, my friend. But thank you for joining us tonight, fellas. As always, had a blast, and we will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.
30 seconds. This one is loose in the Destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to
get
clear
it cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no!
That gets the finish. That's a victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No.
Look at
no. Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.